in my mind and my body. But there's one thing I say and always mean.
This world shall know pain.
His come and dance with me in hell, won't you?
What is up, peeps? It is time for another episode of Chibi No Podcast. You got me, David the Smash Fan.
MrMister.
Dang, man, that was I was gonna do something, but yeah,
I was trying to drink my drink. I was eating a chip.
You got to drink your drink and chip
I
your
ate
chip.
a chip.
Japorian, what up, guys?
Ed Shark King. How's it
And-
going?
Yeah, that was weird. This
It wasn't
episode
weird. It
is not sponsored, but is brought to you by Coke Zero and
Liquid Death.
and
Like I got like a
Can't.
microphone.
Ringo.
stand.
and Mountain Dew Zero.
This is a direct competitor. Can't have it.
That's why they're not sponsoring us.
Oh, okay.
You want to know what's cool? Is at Taco Bell, they have a Baja Blast soft serve they released.
A soft serve.
Yeah. It's like
ice cream. They call them soft serves. Different. You know they have. I don't know why you're looking at me like I've never heard this word before. Fuck off.
Why couldn't they
Anyways,
give me a slushy first of that?
They
already
do have
they
it.
do. That's why they made a soft serve.
I heard
Surprisingly,
they're making gelatos too, right?
I think that's what it is. I don't-
Gelato?
It was an ice cream.
What the freak?
surprisingly enough, every time I go there, which is not always, they don't have this drink, so I haven't had it yet.
Baja Blast?
Yeah,
Every time
They
I go
always
there, they
have
That's
it.
the only
Baja
reason
Blast.
I go. They always have it.
that's the reason
if
why
they ever told me no, we don't have it anymore, I'd be like, I'm never coming back
because
here
you
ever
told
again.
me that. I'm like, okay, at least I want to try it. I went
She
there.
told me I would have picked you up one.
Next time.
You're gonna match my
Look
hat.
what you did.
Next time
It does.
Deku drinks Baja Blast confirmed.
It's a nice hat,
Thank you.
and I'm wearing my Hero Academia hat too.
I'm wearing a
Everybody went
Utah.
hat.
Explore.
Explore National Forest.
I actually like Mr. Mister's
looks
hat.
good.
It's-
Yeah, it's a good hat.
It just reminds me of Android 13 from the Dragon Ball Z movie.
He got leaked too.
But the Team
there.
4-star version, it look at me and my trucker hat.
I'm gonna beat women.
Yeah, I
and-
didn't get the memo. You guys told me to bring a hat. Should bring my hat.
You know, it's I don't.
It was unplanned.
I haven't worn a hat in months.
yeah.
It's been a real long time since I've worn a hat. I'd probably say probably a year. I think it was like last summer was the last time I wore a hat.
I do
'Cause-
have a couple of hats.
That's funny. So before this,
funny?
we went bowling,
Yes, we did.
and I brought a friend with me, and she's seen the podcast, and I told like,
So
oh
she
yeah,
knows of my degenerate shit I've said. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
That's
Yaki,
why.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. for the stupid shit I said.
well no,
I
but
mean, I'm not really sorry. I just trying to pretend, but you know what I mean.
well no, I was like, yeah, Javi's in the Shark King's in the podcast too, and she's like, he doesn't look like. He's like, oh, it's because of the hat. It's like, oh yeah. It's like he never wears a hat. And I was like, yeah,
Mystery.
it's
I feel like I could be like a spy, but like a really bad spy. Like,
You be the
like
Clark Kent? Sharky. Oh wait, where you go?
Exactly.
Where are you? That would be awesome.
I just wear a hat.
Where do you go?
We lost him. Just in a crowd of people, just put on my hat. He's
gone?
Trace.
That's awesome.
You're gonna be John Cena.
Just, you know.
Oh, we wish we had that sound. We don't have that,
Yeah,
do we?
when do we have it? We have a soundboard, right?
Yeah, we've used all of them.
I don't.
Something needs to get
so.
booted for that, though.
I think there's more since you.
But
boosted
please
the
do not
server.
boot Cerveza Cristal. We still need that.
Oh, never.
Oh, that's on there. That's not on the server.
That's not on the Discord one.
Okay, good.
But this one is the best one.
I agree. When are we going to watch that, by the way?
I gotta find.
gotta find
the
that cut.
the
I'm
entire
still
version
waiting
of
for
it.
Madame Web.
We called this one before Madam Web.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
we did.
The Star Wars, that was what, last summer?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Last summer? Dang.
I think so.
I think it was this summer.
I think it was earlier. It's whenever we started recording, and I think it was earlier this year.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was back at the news.
But it was before. But it was before Madam
Definitely
Web,
before
though.
Madam Web, yeah.
Okay.
That's all that matters. Or is he playing it? But anyway, we got copyright for that. Anyway, this is your first time listening to Chibino Podcast.
Dig it.
Oops. Excuse me.
Wow.
We're just a bunch of friends talking about, you know what?
What?
Yeah, but
Voldemort?
could have said.
All of the nerdy stuff.
Why?
Stop. If you don't know why by now, I'm not going to explain to you. You're
There's
already...
new fans. You have to remember, like, there's
No.
new listeners every single
Okay,
time.
tell me how many new listeners are going to click on Chibi No Podcast without having any type of anime or nerdy background? Tell me how many.
Enough.
Never know.
17.
So odd number? No.
See, it beat the odds.
No.
It is an odd number.
We
Yeah.
got some guy from Germany watching our stuff, so why not?
Yeah, why not? To that guy.
But he should. Well, I don't know why.
Who is
He's
introducing this video to his friends.
speaking the Deutsch.
Speaking of Deutsch,
I understood what that meant.
Yeah.
That means German and not Dutch.
Okay.
I understood that reference.
Yeah.
Me too.
You speaking the Deutsch.
So, to
Anyway.
that guy, why?
I already said why. We talk about nerdy things.
It's a part of who we are.
Oh,
Yeah.
Part of life.
We are who we are.
We
So
are
anyway,
who we are.
Let's talk about a few things that are happening. So, we got I don't know if it's a final trailer, but we got another trailer
It
for
was.
Venom: The Last
It
Dance.
did say it was the final trailer.
It doesn't show here. It says final trailer.
I mean, but it is.
Sharky, do you see anywhere on this that says final
Not
trailer?
on this one, but
See? And that's
not
from
fun.
Marvel Entertainment.
No, they're gonna release one more. It's coming.
I don't know.
There's
So,
one coming up.
we've talked about the first trailer that came out a few weeks ago, a month ago, whatever.
Maybe.
we did.
Yeah, we talked
the,
about.
the Venom horsey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's right.
And yes, you have to call it horsey, not horse.
Yeah. They. I'll give them this much. They're trying to be very ambitious with this movie, which I don't know if it's a good thing.
It's not.
Yeah. It's.
I mean, it remains to be seen. But if I had to bet, I would say it's not.
So I think that they're going to waste a great villain. If not, then they might try. Here's the thing. Let's talk about the trailer first. So you see Venom, and he's fighting off these weird monster things. I don't know what they're called. Do you know what they're called, Sharking?
They're just little symbiote monsters. But yeah.
Okay,
Symbiosis.
No, that's a.
osmosis first of all, and that's the process of water. Was someone join?
That was just me.
Oh, okay. Anyway, you see all these other symbiotes get kind of like a transformer thing where they all come down
Transformers?
and hit.
They're coming down in
Okay.
like meteors.
They're
You're
more
just
than
being-
meets the
you're
eye.
missing that score.
Yeah.
By the way, that first movie especially has a great score.
Yeah.
That's from me. Yeah.
Okay.
Bad.
No more. We're gonna get copyrighted.
I'm done.
Freaking John Cena. So we see them. They get captured. We all see all these different color ones, and if you've read the comic books, there are different symbiotes. They each have different names. I don't remember their names,
Scream.
There's a lot of them, but it's just
and they have different colors.
Back
As
on
well.
character one. Back. Yeah.
Not like
What?
that, but okay.
symbiote number one.
One and
symbiote
two.
number two. I bet you.
I'm
that's how
glad
they're
you're
gonna
not
do
a
it.
writer
I'm
for
sure
comic
That's
books.
how they're going to do it in
They're
the
gonna do
credits.
it. They're gonna do the credits.
They're going to do that in the credits. You know, symbiote. What did you do? I was symbiote number 17 in Venom.
I think they have like name like Lenny or something. I can't remember.
They're gonna name all of them. They're not.
They all have names.
I know, but they're not gonna name all of them.
They better. All the other
No,
ones
they're
before
not.
have names.
If they have voices, then yes. If they don't have
If
voices,
they don't,
then
they'll
they're
just
gonna
probably be
name it.
like
So it's okay.
symbiote monster.
what's the oh my gosh, Scream is gonna be in this supposedly,
Scream.
Not like that, but
Okay.
okay.
but it's gonna be different because
Pokemon.
if you played Spider-Man 2, right? Isn't that
If you played PS5 Spider-Man 2, yes, Scream is
Yeah.
in there, and they do change the.
they changed
way
the
that
lore?
works.
It's somewhat different. So
So good game though.
I didn't say it wasn't. There's no.
I'm just
It's-
saying.
You're underestimating. It is a
I heard people it was
fantastic game.
okay.
What?
I'm joking.
Oh, I
was like, who-
who told you
I'm
that?
just
But now here's the thing. So they showed that their main villain is going to be Null, which if you don't know is I think
Noel?
is it the god or the king of symbiotes?
KNULL.
Yeah, he is
The god of symbiote?
god slash king creator of symbiotes.
So
So Arceus.
All of them. He's,
So,
he's the Arceus.
he's the
He's
Arceus.
the Arceus of symbiotes.
yeah, so give us a little bit more of background of Null because here's the thing: is Null, if you want to put him on any type of like comparison, not by power but by how big of threat he is, he's like the MCU's Thanos, but
better.
worse. Well, he's better.
Yeah, he's stronger than Thanos. I mean, Thanos with. I mean, there's always the Thanos with or without the gauntlets. He beats Thanos without the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Easy. Like it's like 999 times out of 1,000 he wins, probably. Maybe even the 1,000 times. It's not close. He's a slightly newer character, but he's even gone up against like Sentry, which is essentially Superman. He just ripped him in half,
Savage.
Damn.
and he does. I mean, he doesn't have a weakness. He's just a page. And
No,
just
I think
rips him in
him
half. But yeah, he controls all the symbiotes. They all obey him. They're kind of like just basically like these are like pets to him. Like Venom would be considered
So kind of like
like a pet bird.
you know how Avengers the first movie there's like a what do you call it, the little spaceship that control all the minions.
Yeah.
Oh, do you mean the Phantom Menace thing?
No, he's
No.
talking about Avengers that controlled the aliens. Remember when they destroyed one, the
Chitauri.
tower, and then the Chitauri just kind
Yeah,
Yeah.
like in Phantom Menace with the droids.
Yeah.
Yes.
like that, but they're obviously more powerful than that. I mean, he also has the God slaying sword.
So the sword, do you remember?
There's this, in the comics.
Yeah. So the one that they use in the MCU with my gosh, what's his name now? Christian Bale.
Gore.
Yeah, Gore.
Or the Butcher.
Yeah. So his sword, the Necromancer sword, that's actually what he has.
Yep.
Yeah, but of course, this is separate universes. I mean, I am hearing this like, oh, this might finally tie into Spider-Man. At this point, I just kind of hope it doesn't.
I don't want that.
But didn't they?
It's terrible enough. I mean, it's got a little tie, but I really hope it doesn't. Just
I think
'cause
it's
Didn't they say something about Spider-Man 4? Like they got the director and then what they're planning on doing?
That's a good news as well too. That they announced the director on that. He's gonna be the guy who is doing Shang-Chi, so he's also directing this movie.
And then on top of that, they said that they said that this is going to be the premiere of the symbiote suit for Peter, and then he's going to. No, it was like all over on Twitter, but
I mean, nothing's confirmed.
yeah, this is different. But they're saying it's that, and then he's going to
But
be
rumors. We usually end up being right, most of them.
Yeah.
But here's the other here's the thing with this, right? We've heard long time ago that Sony was going to use Tom Holland in some way with their Sonyverse,
and they haven't.
Well, they were gonna introduce him into the Spider-Verse. There's actually designs for Tom Holland designs,
right?
but they haven't.
But that
And they still haven't.
Yeah. So my thing is, I don't know how they're going to tie this in, but I've heard rumors that if Noel is not used completely in this movie, which again, if he is used as the last bad guy, horrible, because Venom can't take him. There's not all the symbiotes, even all the symbiotes together can't take him.
True.
So if they were to do something like, some people said like maybe Noel is shown as being the puppet master at the end, and maybe he's gonna have other Spider-Man, like there's gonna be another movie, I don't know what they call it, where all like their universe, Sony's universe, will come to fight Noel.
Sony needs to stop making a universe.
Yeah, I know.
See, knowing that particular track record of Sony, they're probably gonna debuff the villain and they're gonna change his powers just to make sure that he can get defeated.
That he can be defeated. I mean, he has to. There's no way that I mean, there's so many characters you have to do that with, but especially for this one, they they definitely do.
They have no cosmic heroes in the Sony universe as of right now.
Right, they don't have to.
Also, Venom's supposed to be like the weakest one right there, right?
The symbiote.
In the
comparison to what?
In the movies, he is. Yeah,
they said he's the weakest one. So
see,
I don't know. It's the scale just doesn't seem
it's not balanced.
right. Like it
Like
doesn't.
I'm telling
seem,
you, I feel like they're gonna
balanced.
debuff this villain, and they're gonna make Venom somehow like destroy it. And
I feel like they're gonna do like a Doctor Strange thing where he's gonna do something to get him trapped in order for him to be like, leave me alone from Earth, blah 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 blah.
Well, they haven't even talked about like the plot of it, like why he's going after Venom.
because he has something special. It's in the trailer. He mentioned that there's something.
Special, yeah,
they have something
Doesn't
that.
tell
What do you think that is?
Probably
Power of friendship.
perfect symbiosis.
No.
No, because aren't the Venom?
I mean,
like,
I
symbiotes-
guess the only way I could see it tying to like other movies is that this Venom has connection to other universes now, because he's technically been
I
in
guess.
the MCU, even though he did nothing. He was at the bar and then he came back.
Oh, that could be it because I mean, because technically
no-
in the comics they're connected through different multiverses,
Yeah,
right?
they're still connected to the
But
multiverse.
since he went out,
So then Null could be like, I need to find out how to get not just to that, just destroy Earth, but I need to destroy all the universes or whatever.
Because that could also tie into Secret Wars if they wanted. If they wanted
Yeah,
to.
it's-
I don't think.
that
I don't
would-
want them to do it.
At that point, it's almost like there's too
No,
much.
see, I think that's a particular
and
point.
I don't see like Disney and like actual
No.
Marvel allowing Sony to get in on that.
The way that I see it is just they're gonna wrap this out. Done. This is what I ideally want, and then
This just needs to
Marvel
end.
can have their own Venom.
Yeah, they need to have.
Well, here's the problem with that is I don't know what they're gonna do with the symbiote for the MCU, because again in the trailer this is just where it makes no sense.
This doesn't make any sense.
Is you have the guy who plays Mordo. He is there as a different character, but he's taking the symbiote that was left when Tom Hardy's when he left and went back to the Sonyverse. So it's like, how the heck did this guy get to the MCU to trap that?
A wizard did it.
Science.
it's kind of
Maybe
true.
he is
Mordo.
Maybe it's more-
That's how he opened the portal as Mordo, and then he's like, "Just kidding, I'm not going to use my magic." because that would disrupt the balance of power.
But then why would you go back to this? But you'd have to use it to go back to the Sonyverse.
Because reasons.
My swamp.
No,
I'll tell you, they're probably gonna.
I don't know. I just don't like. I mean,
I don't like
Craven
it.
come out next week or next month too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah,
I've heard rumors of that being connected to it as well.
I hope not.
They're gonna do it.
And then he's gonna change to Quicksilver.
Sony do a better job.
Just let Marvel handle it. Take full control.
You mean Disney?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, they need to do a better job. They need to just finish. What is it? Across the Spider-Verse?
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Beyond the Spider-Verse. I'm sorry.
Which, funny enough, so
That wasn't true.
I know, but there was a huge rumor that it was delayed and they scrapped it.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's sad that people are like, you know what? They weren't surprised that Sony did that. Like if they that's the sad thing. Is like
People were already like, okay, that sucks type of thing. They could have accepted
And that's why they're charging you $700 for a PlayStation 5 Pro. Because they need to.
Let's
finish the
segue
scenes.
to our next piece of Sony bullshit.
Exactly, because they need to.
Why are we hating today?
Because we need to.
Sony.
tell me why that's great
Tell me why.
Tell me why.
about the PS5 Pro. So let's talk about
Do
this.
they? Okay, you tell. Do they not deserve this hate?
I mean, I think they do. For
There you
sure.
go. Then why the hell are you trying to be like,
No, but
let's
I
play
also think
devil's
about
advocate?
this. Why is
You try to tell me
No.
on another perspective.
No.
Like, no, it's terrible.
Tell
I
me
need
why,
to
I'm the
understand
boy.
why are people buying the PlayStation disc tray, and it's sold out at the moment because there is
'Cause
going to be
bitches
the
are
need
trying to
for a
flip.
PlayStation 5
Gonna
Pro.
be-
People are.
There's a want for it. I'm sure.
It's not a need. This is
Yeah.
and the weakest way for me to defend it. The weakest way. PS5 Pro is only for enthusiasts, in my opinion, on that. Where like you want to have the 4K 60 FPS or whatever the resolution they're going to do for the 60 FPS. So you don't need it.
Tell
You
us
don't need it.
the specs of it. What are the specs? Do you know the specific one?
The GPU is like 27% bigger or something like that. And then the ray tracing is stronger, and then it has an AI built in, so it learns and all this other crap with their super sampling. So like you get like DLSS, like
So it learns.
I was going to say
not
he's
like
very
that.
accurate in this.
Rise of the Planet of the.
and it's like
I'm actually surprised because he also
47% or something like that.
Okay, now you're being
Stronger than the regular PlayStation 5.
Okay.
And then
Only $69.99.
That's true.
Or
it's got
$699.
so there are some.
Sorry, it's like
this is the
that's
thing
actually a
is,
good deal.
in my opinion, the only thing that would have made this okay for people to not be as upset is if it came with a disc tray, because it comes with 2 terabytes of NVMe. It has expandable storage like the other ones do. For me,
On that,
I don't care about the stand, but I do understand that people do. So that is kind of bullshit that they're not incorporating the stand with it. But yeah, I don't think people would be as upset. Me personally wouldn't be as upset if it came with a disc tray. But that it didn't.
Well, I was going to say two
That's
things.
not fair, because with the taxes and everything, I did the math. It was like $8.
No, so the disc
I
drive.
did it for Utah tax here. I know I had it here.
So the
Disc drive and the stand. How much does it come out to?
So the disc drive by
drive-
itself is $80.
$80.
yeah, and then the stand is like $12 or $20, one of the two.
If you want
That's
it,
another $100.
you don't have to stand it.
So
But yes,
That's
let me
$800.
find it. The price of it was like, with Utah tax, I'm talking about Utah tax here in West Jordan, was like $836.22 if I recall. I gotta look for it. Total if you bought both.
I don't have the maths right.
No, I went to like the Utah org thing, and I was looking at our state tax for
Sounds
West Jordan.
right.
It could sound right. I don't
Sounds
know.
reasonable.
Let me find it.
I mean, the price is unreasonable, but that sounds like a reasonable.
That sounds like a reason. He's in the ballpark. He's in the right number.
I'm a big physical media fan, and I definitely do like having my physical copy of this.
But
I also know that a lot of game consoles are actually moving a lot more into digital stuff, which really bugs me. It's not only like Sony, like Nintendo and other companies.
Yeah.
Everything is going more digital, which I can see that maybe because as that the reasoning why they decided not to include a disc tray on that particular point. I'm still not happy because I prefer to have a disc tray because I do like,
So I'll set on you with this. I understand why people like the physical stuff, like having the physical. You have a physical copy of it, because
you get
if you look at it in the PC version of Steam, you don't technically own the game. You just own
The permission
the
to
permission to
actually play
have it until their license with that game ends. Then you can't play it anymore.
which kind of sucks.
So, like an example is the Transformers Fall of Cybertron games. Those used to be on Steam. The license went away, so
You can't play the games anymore.
and
even
if
though
you
paid
bought
for
it,
them.
yeah. So I understand the physical media of it all. Like I'm 100% behind that. The only thing I think is bullshit that they should do with consoles is if you get a digital version of the game.
you should have a disc.
No. If you get the digital version of the game, you should get a discount. You should not be paying $70 for the game. On Steam, you can get brand new games, Call of Duty, Black Ops, instead of paying, obviously it's not as a big of a discount because it's a AAA game, fucking garbage. Instead of paying $70, you're going to pay $62 because you get the discount because it's digital. Or like the Street Fighter, the Marvel vs. Capcom game is $50. I got it for $42. You know, so I think it's bullshit that like console players have to pay full price for a digital game. It's like no, give them a discount like PC users get. That's my argument for that.
I think you should have both, especially when you buy movies. You have like a physical. If you buy a physical movie, you actually have a digital color for it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's fair.
But
I think you should do that with games as well.
If anything, you should be cheaper if you're going to go digital. They should give you that option.
And then
but also one more thing. Sorry, I found my price. It was $836.53.
okay.
Save that money, guys.
So here's the thing with the PS5 Pro. So let's look at PS3. Let's look at Xbox 360, Xbox One when these came out. Right, they were expensive, but the good thing is that at the time that they were coming out, right, Blu-ray players were super expensive, and so you would get a Blu-ray player plus a console, and it was way cheaper just to get this. Some people bought them just for the Blu-ray player. Heck, in Japan, they don't even use it for games. They use Xbox for the Blu-ray players because they're cheaper than some of the Blu-rays there. This just makes it crappy because even though it's better, even though they said it, what was it, Digital Foundry said, for the price, it's good, all this. Yeah, but for the price that I get for a computer, I can do so many more things with it. Whereas this console, that's all I can do.
Well, that's the whole purpose of having like a physical console, rather than
That's the whole thing. Like if they had the tray on there, then I can still play ultra high def Blu-ray play because it's already included. But because they took it out, they're like, oh no, now you have to do it as an add-on. It makes it it's like a spin in the face. Like they're like,
they do want their money.
And as someone who's exclusively a console player,
I
don't play PC. Like I don't spend money. I feel good because I don't feel like every couple weeks or every couple months I have to upgrade my hardware. I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy a console and this is going to last me
20 years.
I mean,
20 years? What the fuck?
It'll last them 5 years.
It'll be somewhere between
5 to 6 years.
5 to 7-ish years, sometimes more, depending before the next console comes out.
Or if the economy is shit, it's 10.
Yeah,
Sure.
right. But at least 5 years.
Yeah.
Just at least for 5 years, I won't have to buy another PlayStation. If I buy a PlayStation, I won't have to buy another PlayStation or another Nintendo console or another Xbox One, whatever it is.
I think the reason,
but this is just like, why?
Well, I think that part of the reasons of this is because of the technology that they're using, like the way that it's processing. It's a lot faster. They were comparing it to what the Cardia said.
Yeah, that's great, but is it twice as good?
No,
It's almost twice as expensive.
it's just 50% better.
How much would you pay for a what's it called, the RTX 1040?
The 40,
Oh, whatever. Then
the 4070.
how much would you pay for
The
that?
4070 is
just by itself.
$500.
So just the car itself.
Yeah, let me see. RTX 4070 right now. $530.
Okay, so 530 just for the car.
Yeah.
If you were to buy a whole computer, it would cost you a lot more than that, right?
Yeah.
So basically, the way that some people were saying is that, well, because of the technology, people are saying online, don't actually crucify me because of this.
No, I will.
They're saying that it's a better deal because you actually get to spend that technology plus do all your movies plus all the, other additional things that you want to do.
But I still have to buy the disc. I can't do.
Well, that's true.
That's what I'm.
Unless you do like
That's what I'm saying. And
unless you
even
do
the
like a streaming service.
even the base version of the PlayStation 5 already had, like, you can buy it included in there.
That's true.
You're going to see a lot of people selling their PS5s as a digital only, but right before the PS5 comes out, that way they can just take it off and put it on the Pro. That's literally what
Here's the other part about it is that So the reason they said that they've done this is because there's no competitors. No one is coming out with anything.
Yeah.
But it's like,
who else is doing it? That's not a game console.
but here's the thing: is this isn't anything like.
I mean, their really only competitor has been Xbox. The last time I checked, correct me if I'm wrong, the Xbox Series X was
already more
the
powerful.
hardware was more powerful than the PlayStation.
Yeah, it's
5.
already more powerful.
But now,
I'm assuming now the PlayStation 5 Pro is better than the Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they don't really need to do a pro version because, sad to say, Xbox doesn't have good first party games that
dare you.
will push their hardware to that limit to where
Just
it's
wait
well,
for Gears of War.
no, there's no, but here's
if
the other.
they don't announce an Xbox Series X Pro before that new Gears drops, then they'll be like, okay, that's pushing it. But if it's going to be like,
That's true.
But here's the issue with Xbox though as well is because they want to have this Xbox family, so their games can only be it has to run on their lowest setting or the lowest quality console.
yeah.
It has to run on that. Otherwise, it can't be this Xbox. Which is, I thought they shot themselves in the foot when they did that.
Yeah, why are they doing that?
Because they want so Phil Spencer. Okay, so
They went the opposite way.
They went opposite-
PlayStation's like, we want people to spend tons of money on our stuff. And Xbox like, we want to be affordable to more people.
But
here-
don't
but-
play the games at the full capacity.
But that's
Not
the
all of them.
thing.
Not all of them.
Yeah. So the games might look good, but they look good on like the low. I think right now the lowest one is the Xbox One. Is it still? Are they still making games for Xbox One?
You can still play games for Xbox One.
Sadly.
Yeah. So Xbox, which is very outdated already.
I was gonna say, do you guys? Yeah, I think like for your Xbox, just for decoration here nowadays. Do you guys use it?
Blu-ray.
Okay.
I
don't
told
have
you I use it for
I
Blu-ray.
haven't had an Xbox in like 4 years.
I've already told you, my PlayStation 5 is just a Spider-Man emulator. That's really
There you
the only
go.
thing- That's the only thing I use it for.
But
Wait, no, I lied. I played Star
Blade?
Wars.
Oh.
No, I'm not playing Stellar Blade. No, no.
I mean, you
he ain't no
could.
perv like you.
You could play Stellar
You
Blade.
could.
I could, but I
And
played.
play-
Was it Star Wars, the Fallen Order, and Last Survivor,
Last of yeah.
and Spyro the Dragon Collection?
And Apex,
Not on PlayStation.
Not on
no.
PlayStation. Please on
play
Xbox.
on-
Come on, man.
Fortnite.
I don't play
Fortnite.
No, I don't play Fortnite.
But anyway, so the thing is, I think it is a horrible idea. This is PS3 all over again when they first announced their price. What was it?
PS3 was
500? 600.
There was 3 tiers. I think there was like a
600?
400, a 500, and a 700. Don't quote me on that.
See, then in comparison, I guess it's like, well,
It's too much money.
yeah.
Yeah,
that
back then we were. It was a recession at the time, so we were already fucked.
But then, especially with the technology they're using, I think that's what just like the reason why they're gonna up it up.
But here's the thing: is there's
Well,
nothing. They
that's
don't
a
have.
lot.
They don't have anything new. All of the trailers that they showed are games that are already out.
Okay, apologies. There was the 20 gig model, which was $4.99, and the 60 gig model, which was $5.99.
So that's expensive back in what 2006, 7.
Something like that. Yeah, 2008.
Yeah. So anyways,
And competition from Xbox made them drop their prices.
And on
Yeah.
top of that, that came out with a Blu-ray player. That's why it was expensive too.
yeah, but it was a
Xbox
mobile.
360 did not
Xbox
have a Blu-ray
360
player.
did not
No,
have
it did
Blu-ray.
not.
It had
It
just
had HD DVD.
Oh, remember those HD? Remember when we had HD DVDs?
Remember when we had DVD?
You talk about VHS. I remember.
Yeah, so with this whole Sony thing, that's why they're doing it too. Like, it's not because people are justifying it, but Sony basically told the reason why, because they literally said there's no competition.
But
So
again,
we
there's
can put our
nothing
prices-
new.
Unless
But there's
there's
nothing new
competition.
for this thing.
Well, not yet, but they have to like. They said-
That is like the worst thing though. Like if you're coming with something quote unquote new, there's nothing new that will push this new I say new console, but
New version.
new
of the
version of the console to its limits to make
Whoa.
it look. They just had
The Xbox
here-
Series X was that.
exactly,
Nothing to show.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's
but
the whole
but They're
point.
saying all the games that ran that you had to, because some of the games on the PS5 had performance mode or graphics mode.
yeah, they're
Now
combined
this
basically
one,
all together.
this is combining it.
Yeah,
and
but
they're showing
again-
you the
Or
list of
Candle
games
of
that worked
Dos.
that way.
But again, that's my whole point. Is like,
That's why I said in in the weakest way, for my argument's sake, for that, even though I don't support it, I'm just saying, for argument's sake,
it makes sense.
this is an enthusiast console. Only for people who really want
Like-
good looking games and that 60 FPS solid. I don't know for what resolution, 1440p or 4K. That's why that's only for those people.
Like Miles.
No, Miles not gonna get it.
Okay.
I mean, he might, because he said Stellar Blade, he didn't like it running at 30 FPS or something.
See, there you
whatever.
go.
But
We have.
I don't think he
Targaryens.
would. I don't honestly don't think he would spend the money. To be honest, I think it's whatever.
He could just get it on his.
Personally, it just seems too much for me for a console.
Yeah, it's way too much. $700.
And you know,
Not a disc drive still.
they
It's-
announced
that's,
a date.
November something. The
See,
first 2
I
weeks
think that-
of November.
I bet
Under
they're going
20
to announce
days.
something, a game or something. I
No,
think they're going to do
you know what they might be doing? Because
probably
they did this with the PS4 Pro.
Spider-Man 2.
When the PS4 Pro came out,
8K.
it didn't sell as much as the regular PS4. The PS4 Pro, what they were doing when that came out, because they weren't selling as much, all of the special variants of the PlayStation 4 that came out also came out with Pro versions of it. The PlayStation original 20th anniversary, whatever at the time, was the PS4 Pro version. Spider-Man PS4 Pro version. The 500 million was a PS4 Pro version.
So it's coming.
God of War was a PS4 Pro version. Destiny 2 was a not PS4 Pro version. But a lot of the games that were special editions for Sony, they made a regular PS4 and a PS4 Pro version because those weren't selling.
I mean, that was a.
But on top of that, no. But the argument with that though is that came with the game
Yeah.
and a custom color for the same price as the PS4 Pro
And the custom controller.
well,
and the custom controller. So that's what's probably going to happen to
Yeah.
PS5 Pro.
I was gonna
It's
say
not going to
announce
sell for
something.
dick, and then
I think they're.
whenever the next big what's the next big Sony game like that's going to be coming out?
I was going to say New Final Fantasy.
Okay,
Part three.
but let's say that's 2
I
years.
guess.
In 2 years, I'm pretty sure sales will be like kind of low for the PS5 Pro. They're going to do Final Fantasy 7,
Or
whatever the third act is, PS5 Pro edition, and it's be the same price, $700, but you get the game, you get a special skin on the PS5, and then you get the custom controller.
they can do
That
that.
still seems like a lot to me.
No, yeah, I'll say that.
Are they
but
gonna do like Dragon Ball sparkling version?
no,
on the Pro?
that's too late.
They could.
No, it's way too late.
Well, anyway, speaking of that, let's we're segueing then to the
We're
new
so good at
stuff.
segueing
Yeah,
now,
we're
guys.
Look at that.
We should call this one the segue episode.
The segue episode. Yeah, I'm gonna call it that. So the next thing is we got a. Oh, dang, you Mr. left.
Sony, stop being
Not
greedy.
important.
So, Sparking Zero is coming out in October, on October 11th, which we'll talk about Dyma, which is gonna be after this.
Good segue.
And they had a trailer
Trailer.
that they showed
With new characters.
with new characters.
Yesterday on the 12th.
I am not in the game. Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah, we can now
We can
officially
confirm
confirm. Well, now we can officially confirm that Shark King is
actually,
not
I
in the
can't
game.
confirm that yet. What if there's DLC?
Yeah.
We got
They got confirmed Dyma. They're putting Dyma characters in it.
I could still be in Daima.
That means-
Oh,
I can
that's
either
yeah, sure.
I can either confirm
Yeah.
or deny that I am not.
So yesterday
not in
on the
Dyma.
12th, they released the GT characters.
Yes, that
so
means it's canon.
Goku.
It
No.
never.
That doesn't mean they're canon. Get the fluff out of here.
People want
So-
it and they're releasing it.
No.
that means
They had
it's not
Kid
what it means.
Goku. They had Pan. They had
Baby Vegeta.
Baby Vegeta. All his forms of it. Super
cool.
Saiyan 4 Goku.
Scan.
Sin Shenron. Omega Sin Shenron. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. And Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And then, Oob and Majub. And then...
I forget that's what it's called, Majub.
And then I think an alternate variant of Kid Goku is the Spirit Bomb Kid Goku.
Okay.
They didn't show Super 17, but I don't know.
He's probably there.
But it's funny. So they released that yesterday, and then today on the 13th in the morning, they leaked the entire character roster.
By they, who's they?
People,
People.
hackers. I don't know.
Okay, so
Who's the one
who's
that
on
brought them
who's
out?
on this? Who's on
So-
this?
Spoilers.
So originally, I don't remember how many there were originally. Like
It's
they
not
were
like
showing-
they're never going to be heard of. This
I don't
dude.
remember how many they showed in the trailers, but it would show like a bunch of people. But what was left after the GT trailer was 10 slots left. I think it was, don't quote me on, there was like 100 and something, 110 characters, something like that.
Almost Pokemon
Let's
level.
just say. And then
Not even close.
after the leak, it was revealed you unlock 16 more characters through playing the game.
Okay.
So the rest of those that I can recall was top God of Destruction, Top or Topo,
It's Topo.
bunny rabbit guy who's part of them.
Usagi?
No,
The one from
the purple rabbit.
Red
from-
Ribbon?
No, the purple.
No, I
rabbit.
know who you're talking about. What is the squad
Super.
called?
I don't know. That's not gonna-
The
Those guys.
Those guys. I
something-
think
There's
Joker
something.
was about-
something patrol.
The Justice Patrol? Justice Force?
No,
I'm talking about
Yeah.
the red ribbon guy, the bunny, right, with the glasses.
The bunny.
Yeah, Dragon Ball.
no, not Dragon Ball
Yeah,
character.
see,
Oh yeah, you had Kid Goku.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Pride Troopers is what
See?
they're called.
Telling you.
Riot Troopers. I was just confused. So he always uses Justice Flash. And
I know.
That's why. That's why I said Justice.
Are they gonna get the female version Super Saiyan dude girls?
So yeah, Kefla, Caulifla, Kale, and Kefla are there. You got Goku. You have Kid Goku. Oh, you have Garlic Jr. You have Doctor. What's the doctor with the brain from the World's Strongest?
The doctor with the brain.
Fudge.
Willow.
I think it's Willow.
Dr.
Yeah.
Willow.
Sounds about right.
You have Android 13.
Everybody.
You have
Super Android 13.
Meta Cooler. You have
Meta
regular Cooler. You have Lord Slug. You have Bojack. You have Super Bojack.
So it's like Dragon Ball,
Janemba.
Ultimate.
Janemba, both forms.
where everyone's
You have Tapion.
Everyone's in there. Everyone.
Yeah, this is
everyone.
this is Dragon Ball Ultimate.
Everyone's here.
Shenron, Sin Shenron. You have Baby in his ape form. Literally everyone's on. Oh, they have Damage Battle Baby.
You can power them up, right?
What?
Yeah.
They have Damage Battle Baby as a separate character?
I get. Well, so you remember how in the old Tenkaichis you could choose their form, or you can already choose their power
Yeah.
form. That's what it's showing too.
Okay.
You have Beerus, God of Destruction, which was kind of already. You have what's the guy who beat up Videl in the tournament? Popovich.
Popovich, yeah.
He's on there.
Oh, machista.
That's really
Yeah.
Dispo is his name, Diego. Dispo is the...
Dispo's his name.
The Kai from Super. What's his name?
Goku Black.
Zamas?
Zamasu. All three versions of him. Kaba.
Oh, yeah.
Super Saiyan 1 and 2, and then Kale, Kefla. Two versions of Caulifla or Kefla. I don't know what it is.
Wiz Khalifa?
The wolves from the World Tournament. From the not the
Oh,
Super Tournament.
okay.
Dogs.
Wolfie.
Dispo top. God Destruction
Topo.
top. Oh, and then the monster that they fight when they do that Power Rangers episode. Remember the big giant monster that fuses together?
The Power Rangers episode. What have I missed?
A lot.
Remember in Super?
I know what you're... I
That
don't
big
remember
giant
called...
monster.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
I know.
So yeah,
All the robots, like the universe has the robots, they all combine to be like a Zord.
What is this, Gundam?
It's like Power Rangers. I don't know.
Yeah, he's accurate in describing
Voltron.
it.
Yeah.
What about the Idols chicks that appear in that episode?
oh yeah, Ribrianne and the other girls are there.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're in there?
yeah.
Fun.
No,
And then
I don't know if I like that.
you got to main them, David.
and then it's confirmed that they're going to give us some Daima characters for when that comes out.
Everybody but Chibi.
So probably Goku and Vegeta.
That's Kid Goku.
They haven't announced any movie characters.
Why do I want Kid Goku and Vegeta? I already have Kid Goku and GT.
a Super Saiyan Goku that has the power pole? We don't have that. That's never been confirmed.
And he has the Nimbus Cloud.
I don't know about that. I can't say that.
Didn't we see him
But
with the
Super
Nimbus Cloud?
Saiyan 3... Oh, wait, spoiler. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is going to be there. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be in the game, but that's going to be in the anime.
Anyway, let's
Spoilers.
segue to Daima then.
That is a spoiler.
I'm just kidding. I really don't
Why
know.
we get spoiled here, man?
I really don't know.
So
I've just
what-
been hearing rumors about it heavily, so that could be.
So
true.
let's
I'm gonna
talk some
say-
Daima news, okay?
Okay.
Segway.
Segue to Daima news. So it
On the
was
same day,
it was told to us a few weeks ago. We had a trailer that showed Daima coming out October 11th. This is going to be on Crunchyroll.
Look at you, so excited about this show.
I'm what's the word?
optimistic.
I'm
Cautiously optimistic?
anxious. Yeah.
You're anxious?
No, I'm not anxious.
He's cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, cautiously optimistic.
He
Okay.
wants to be happy about it, but he's still like, oh.
No, he's happy.
I'm tiptoeing.
No, he's happy.
There is one thing I'm happy about.
He's
Okay,
too
that's
lazy.
different.
All right,
But so it's coming out October 11th. They announced 2 days ago, yesterday, that it's going to be simul-dubbed in English. Okay, so I'm like, oh, okay, we'll see what's going. And then
I thought it said simulcast.
it's a simul-dub though. I'm pretty sure it's coming out.
different than simul-dub, though.
I recall simulcast. I know
Yeah.
that they are. I know they are recording. I just didn't know. I just don't know if they said simuldub. I know for
Okay,
sure
so-
they said simulcast.
Okay, so it might not be simul-dub, but here's the thing. So not we. When I say we, I'm talking about MrMister and I. We follow this guy named Geekdom. He has a lot of people that he
Lord
knows.
Saber.
In whatever he
You
knows
guys
Lord
follow him
Saber.
so
If
much.
we need to know about Dragon Ball news, I'll go to him because he's 99% of the time accurate.
The Lord Saber.
He's only
Okay.
been 1% of the time inaccurate.
So what did he say?
So he got intel about the dub cast.
How?
He knows people. He doesn't
really
give out
does
his
know
sources. You don't give out your sources on that.
He has people from Toei as well. That
Yeah, he has
talks
people
to.
from Toei that he knows
Okay.
that gave him information. So
He's a leaker.
this wasn't announced
really.
yet, but
He doesn't
he
say
announced this. So he announced that the dub is gonna star Stephanie Nadolny. Now, if you don't know who that is the original Kid Goku, the original Gohan from
DBZ.
Dragon Ball Z, the English dub. I am super happy. I did not
very
like.
good.
Yeah, I did not like Kai's Gohan. Like
Kai's Gohan grew on me.
it was
but
good. It got better.
Cell Saga came. I was like, it doesn't work. It needs to be deeper.
Stop it. That's I can't wait for that. So that gets me a little bit more excited. Now, on top of this, we got tons of rumors of what's going to happen in this show.
AKA spoilers.
One of the rumors is what MrMister just said is that apparently Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is going to be a thing. Why? I don't know, because it honestly doesn't make sense that he would go
Toriyama's a
Super Saiyan
wild
3.
man for some reason.
And then this takes place between the end part of Dragon Ball. Z.
It's literally like a couple of weeks or something after.
It's after,
Majin
right
Buu.
after the defeat Boo, but before Beerus.
That's so weird.
I didn't make it up. That's why I'm still cautiously optimistic. I'm like, why do they keep doing stuff within this little time frame? Just do it after.
Apparently, too, with the rumor of Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 is it's going to be Toriyama's original design of Super Saiyan 3, where it's not, his hair is not super long like that. It's like pointed, it's slicked back like Beast, but then the eyebrows are gone. Because that was Toriyama's original design of Super Saiyan 3, and then they're like, scrap it, do something crazy.
More
He's
hair.
like, okay, longer hair. And they're like, I like it. Why is his hand so big? Just stop, okay?
It's
I worked
full of
hard on
power.
this. I worked hard on this. Okay, fine, we'll keep it.
Yeah. So, cautiously optimistic. We'll see what happens.
You're gonna watch it.
I am going to watch it.
And
I
how
don't
you-
know if I'm going to like it.
Obviously, they're gonna have like a special screening for the first 3 episodes on movie theaters.
Oh, they are? I didn't know that.
They're gonna do
Did
that.
is it confirmed?
That's not
But I'm
confirmed.
gonna call
but
it. I'm calling it right now.
He's just calling it dumb. He's
No,
just
it's
saying,
not.
Talk it out is coolo.
if they do it, that's cool. But I mean,
Are you
nothing's
gonna
been
watch it? If they do it, we wanna watch it.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be down.
See.
maybe. I don't know.
Yes.
We'll see.
Anyways, what's the next segue?
The next segue. There's no segue to this one. But we do need to talk about
Come on, you
this.
can connect it. Be creative.
No, I can't.
Come on.
Okay, so you
9/11
know how there are
happened.
androids in the Cell Saga and in Dragon Ball? Well,
There you
the
go.
opposite of androids is the iPhone. There you go.
That's a little.
That's segue. Segue.
I'll give it to
Phones.
you. I'll give it to you.
Phones, Androids. Phones.
So
Segue.
Apple had their presentation for the new iPhone 16. I think it was yesterday.
Not just the iPhone 16. They're
Well, yeah, but they had their show. I don't know what's called their
Apple
showcase.
showcase.
They showed-
So they
showcase.
showed the watch, the AirPods, and then the phone. Those are the 3 I know. But if there's more stuff, I don't give enough
They
of a
mentioned the earbuds as well.
Yeah, the AirPods. That's
which
what I just
they're-
said.
They're basically they now make it so people that have you don't need to get hearing aids. The AirPods
They
can actually
amplify sound for you. So
sound for you,
if you're hard of hearing,
which is pretty cool.
that's nice. But I don't know how
For deaf people,
I don't know how good the battery life is on those because I'm pretty sure it's not that long if it's going to be amplifying sound for you to hear. I'm going to say maybe 4 hours max before it dies if it's just passive like that. But the cool thing I like that they talked about with the new AirPods Pro is if you want to answer, you can answer without touching your phone or touching the earbuds. You just either nod your head or shake. So nod your head to answer and then shake your head to hang up.
Okay.
So, and you're probably looking at me weird because you've never had an iPhone, you never set up AirPods before. But when you set it up, it tells you to do certain things and like how to scan the spatial audio and stuff.
Yep.
So when you do the same thing, it's probably going to do that same stuff and then probably give you I don't know, like how aggressive you want to nod your head so that it answers the phone, and how aggressive you want to shake your head so that you hang up. So I think that's cool.
More gestures rather than just actually touching
I
the
honestly
physical
think
device.
it's cool. I think it's cool because that is something that some people need, and I would like it. That's me.
No, I definitely agree.
I know why you look at me like a fucking Ramon.
No, he's like ready to like bash, but you kind of like shouting.
Well,
him
you
down.
forgot that they don't include stickers anymore.
Yeah, which is the most important thing for you.
There's 2 price points to it. There's the $149.99, which is like with the traditional plug-in, and then I think the $189.99 or $199.99, one of the prices like that It's a wireless charger, has a USB-C cable, and then it's something else, something third thing. But that's why they're charging like $40 more, which is stupid in my opinion. I don't support that one, but I like it. I think it's cool.
People need to stop charging us extra for the things that should already be included.
I know.
But they know that they can now.
It's not fair. People. Well, the thing is, people
And it's
pay
going
for
to
it.
be
That's the
trend.
problem.
The same thing with tipping.
People
has become
no,
like
fuck
a big
tipping.
thing.
I ain't gonna tip you for dick.
So
Sorry.
Why are you gay?
But yeah, like
Stupidest thing I've ever.
Like, that's-
I would put it. I would put that sensor to be like that song from Whisper. Just let me see you nod your hand.
okay, that wasn't
are
funny.
they talking about the headphones or talking about tipping?
Why would that be about tipping?
We're talking about tipping. I don't know.
The watch, I think they said it's like 16% bigger, and then I don't know what the
16. Why is that an arbitrary? That's a weird number.
No,
16%
I call that
bigger.
BS on that.
no, yeah, it was. I swear it was.
And so that's a weird number. It's 16% bigger.
No, it's 16% more phone.
Yeah, a 16% more phone.
Are we really up to iPhone 16?
Yep.
They all look the same.
I need to get a new phone.
No, they're actually different. The new Apple 16 actually has another button as well that helps you with your camera and other different actions as well.
They still look the same. I'm just saying they all look the same to me.
Relatively, I agree.
Huawei or whatever they're called, they came out with a freaking triple screen foldable thing.
You gonna buy
You
it?
can never have too many screens.
I'm not from China. I can't
You
go
don't have
grab
to
it.
be from China.
Okay, I'm not living in China. I can't
You
get it
don't
there.
have to live in China. People in other. You know that that particular brand is actually very popular in South America. People actually buy stuff like that.
Yeah, but they don't buy it here.
South America.
Yeah, are we in South America right now?
You have family.
Are we in South? I never asked about you. I said, "Are we in South America? You fool."
Very American.
Are
today.
we in South
You're not
America
American.
right now?
We know that.
You
Are we
you sound
in
a
South
little too
America?
American. You sound like a politician. Answer the dang question.
That reminds me of that video.
See,
I know
still.
what that-
Oh my gosh,
Question.
he's evading.
But the children.
okay, so it's 10% thinner. So the Apple Watch is 10% thinner, 10% lighter.
Where's 16?
Where'd you get the 16?
I don't remember. Maybe because it was the iPhone 16. I don't know. But
That would be funny. Why is it 60% bigger? Because it's the iPhone 16.
I didn't say 60. I said 16.
No, I know 16.
I know.
I'm just saying it would be funny. Why is the battery life 16% more? Why?
It looks
Because
like,
iPhone 16.
It looks like Marquis was able to edit his audio recordings on the watch. That's kind of cool if that's true. Because look at this picture. It looks like he's editing the audio right there.
Yeah, that's pretty tight.
That if you could do that, that's pretty tight on the go. You just be like,
How would that go again?
Okay, James Bond.
Why
When
does
things
it
are
sa-
aspire.
It sounds like a transformer. Segway?
Let's segue to Transformers.
There you go. There you go.
There we go. We don't care about. I don't care about iPhone 16.
You never will.
no, I'm just saying.
No, I never will
it's just
either.
interesting for what they're doing. Only thing that I'm interested, like that, it looked impressive to me was just the new Apple AirPods Pro. Other than that, the phone is.
What kind of, I didn't get to see it, but what's the,
I think it's.
like, what's the actual earpiece?
I think it's the non-earbud one. I think it's just a regular one. Yeah, it's just a regular one now. It's just like a normal one.
Sorry.
Yeah. Meh.
Oh, those are the ones I like. Cool.
Yeah.
I think they're really for that. I think it's very impressive, especially being able to provide something that you can buy that can actually help people that are deaf.
And then the Pro Max now is USB-C.
It only took how many years?
A decade.
And different colors. They have
The
extra
Pro Max only came out a year ago, so you
Yeah.
can't even be upset about
I'm
that.
talking about the USB-C.
Oh, yeah. For a while, yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, the leaks of the Dookie Brown skin for the PS5.
The what?
For the iPhone.
The Dookie Brown?
There was concept art of the iPhone 16 color variants.
It's called Dookie
No,
Brown.
there was one that was brown that looked like poop. And people were like, if this is the color they're going to release with it, nobody wants to get that one. Luckily, it wasn't. It's like some bluish color and some other color. I don't know. I didn't pay attention enough. I'm like, I just put a phone case on it. And then I never see what my phone color is. But like people who were like,
Fair enough.
I have the clear one with the magnet safe so I can put my phone. I was like, you look like a fat. But, I didn't say that word.
You just did.
But I mean it like derogatory terms to motorcyclists, not to gay people. Like South Park. They wanted to make that word
We
change.
need to stop. This is why we can't get more followers.
This is
Because
what we get canceled.
you're in your freaking disgusting
canceled.
mouth.
See, I wish I could say a little bit more against it, but I didn't watch the whole thing.
It was boring.
I don't know. I should check it out.
The texting thing is cool. They added. I can't remember what the features are, but there's a lot of cool stuff with the texting.
Emoji more?
You can do custom emojis. I think you can. If I recall, I have to look into it again. But some with custom emojis.
That's actually pretty cool.
It's actually pretty cool.
I don't use enough emojis to do it.
We need more emojis. You can never have too many emojis.
You know how you can have like the 3D face and do all that stuff?
You
with
do
the
that?
iPhone? I've done it.
No,
But
you do that?
No, because I don't talk to people with iPhones. I talk
do
to
it.
people on Facebook.
You have
I
Japorion.
talk to people on Facebook.
You have Japorion.
I talk to people on Facebook.
But you have Japorion.
I talk to people on Facebook.
Why won't you
I
talk to him?
people on Facebook?
Why won't you talk
'Cause
to
I
your
use
fellow?
Facebook.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Why won't you talk to your fellow
'Cause I
iPhone
use
user?
it on Facebook.
But you guys have iPhones for a reason.
Yeah,
I
I'm
talk to
sorry
you on
that my
Facebook.
brother is annoying.
Right?
And Instagram.
We do have the walkie-talkie.
I send stuff on
You've never
Instagram.
used that before.
But yeah, it's just that. But anyways, moving on from Apple.
Transformers 1.
Transform.
Okay, so Transformers 1.
So we'll talk first of all. So we've always said that IGN. Yeah, no, we've said this. IGN has the weirdest scoring ever. Like
Yeah.
whether it's good or bad, like it's just weird.
Because they gave the last one I'm remembering just because off the top. Then they gave Deadpool Wolverine like a 6,
Yeah.
which is wild.
And they talked so bad about it, but then they gave another movie. No, I think they gave it a 7, but they just talked very bad about it. They gave another movie a 7, and they talked nothing but praises. I'm like, make up your gosh dang mind. You can't give both these a 7 and talk completely opposite.
To be fair, I
because
feel
they're-
like we did that.
I think that's.
I think we talked more about the things we didn't like, and we're like, oh yeah, but it's an 8.
Yeah, that's true.
Because of
I'm
it's how
saying-
enjoyable it is.
But then again, I think with IGN, they have different people that review, right? So I guess they
I'll
have
tell you
a
this
different
much.
criteria.
I think if I recall, IGN was the odd man out with the Transformers 1 review.
I feel like they're the odd man out on a lot of reviews.
Yeah.
I don't really
I agree on
but
that.
yeah, they gave it a 5, and then I guess the tomato meter on
I
Rotten
think
Tomatoes is at 89%.
I think that's the joke on almost every one of their comments whenever there's a rating, even though it's something I'm not like actually gonna watch. They're like, oh, it's a 6, and they're like, oh, that means it's actually an 8.
Oh, and then you know what's
And then they're
funny
like,
too?
it's an 8. They're like, oh, it's probably actually a 6.
And then the funny thing I always see too is when you see that and people comment, oh, it's probably because there's too much water because of the whole Pokemon.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it was Pokemon. It was Wind Waker. So they gave Wind Waker.
It was Ruby.
But it was
Pokemon
Wind
Ruby and
Waker as
Sapphire.
well. Wind Waker, they gave it they gave it a low care.
The meme was for Pokemon.
It's original. We're talking about
No,
original.
Yeah, that's the original. Was Pokemon. He knows. That's why he left.
It was Wind Waker.
Nope.
Anyways, back
Did Wind
to
Waker come out
Transformers.
first?
Whichever one came out first.
I thought it was Wind Waker came out first.
Didn't Wind Waker
they
come out for
around the
GameCube?
same time. Because Sapphire and Ruby came out in 2001. So did
They
I
were,
think Wind
they were,
Waker.
yeah,
they
they
were
were
early.
early Game Boy Advance.
Was it really early?
Game Boy
Yeah.
Advance.
I don't know why I thought it was like 2003 or something.
I remember
No,
'cause
that
that's
was
when I came to States.
2003 and 2004 was
Fire Red, Leaf Green.
Yep. 20
Oh,
years.
yeah,
It's
that's
been
what it
20
was.
years.
Because
bro.
remember, they first released the Game Boy Advance, which was Ruby and Sapphire, and then they later gave us Fire Red and Leaf Green, and then you had that crazy wireless adapter.
Yeah,
that you
okay,
could
I
hook onto
remember.
the top. Well, that came after because
Okay.
That was Nintendo saying, you know what, we should probably include wireless trading with our consoles.
22.
So Pokemon Ruby came out November 21, 2002, and then
And Wind Waker?
I'll do that right now. I put December 13th, 2002. So the water meme came out on Pokemon.
Boom.
Yeah, fuck you. Okay. Anyways. I'm
Not
sorry.
even saying I was right.
Why you gotta be mean to me?
Because I love you.
Yeah, that's why he's not mean to me. He doesn't love
Why
me.
are you
I
gay?
love you too.
But he's not mean to me.
Okay. So anyway, yeah. So the tomato meter, the for reviewers, like critics, is at 89% right now. How it's
I
doing?
think it's odd. It hasn't. So people who have done a preview or like watched it early, I don't think you can do reviews yet. Or no, Rotten Tomato doesn't let you do reviews for that yet. But from people
doesn't
who
come
have
out till
watched
next
it,
week, right?
Yeah, the 20th.
Yeah.
But for people who have watched it, they've really enjoyed it.
Interesting.
So that means we're going to go watch it?
Jobby the Hong watched it twice. I don't know how he watched it twice. This YouTuber that I follow that show, David and Paul, and I think Javi have shown him. He does toy reviews, but he makes them really funny.
Oh, that guy.
He watched it twice, and he said he was not excited for this film when he first saw the trailers for it, and he said he really loved it.
That's cool.
I just don't like Chris Hemsworth's voice as
Well, no, I agree with you.
He's not.
what's his original name?
Orion
Peter
Pax.
Cullen.
No, the
Orion Pax.
Orion Pax is his name. And then Megatron, is it Key or Peel? Who?
One of those two.
No, Peel's playing Bumblebee.
Oh, Bumblebee. That's what it was.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I'll go watch it, but
Are you gonna get
again, with this same thing, I'm cautiously optimistic about it.
You are.
I just don't like the animation, the way that they look. I
How
just
dare you?
don't like it.
Brian Tyree Henry is playing Megatron.
Oh, hey, he's the guy, one of the Eternal dudes, and also he's also what's the movie?
Oh, Scarlett Johansson in this movie too.
Yeah,
I
that's
forgot.
right.
Is she?
The female robot.
She is RC.
Oh wow! I didn't know that.
She's RC.
RC. Okay, she's
Optimus
RC.
Prime.
I have been more accurate today than I have been in ages.
She's
Because
playing-
you're next to a computer, pulling all the data.
No, but I'm confirming it
She's
too.
playing Unicron.
Oh my gosh, Unicron's.
I've been confirming it though, because you're like, oh, it kind
Yeah.
of sounds right, and then I've been confirming it. The only one that was off was that 16%.
Where that came
That was a
from.
random
That just sounded
Yeah,
weird.
but I gave you an answer. Oh, it's probably because the iPhone 16, and I said that, but it was 10%.
No, I was gonna say, I'm
fuck you,
happy
Paul.
to admit he was too accurate for the most part today.
he was.
So
Yeah.
he's not BS.
Give credit where credit is due.
because he has a computer next to it.
To verify, not to be like, oh, this is what it is.
So you, Diego, you're not gonna watch it. You have you have no plans of watching it.
Yeah, like if my brother buys me a ticket, then I won't say no.
You sounded like Vaporeon now.
You've done this to me before, so what do you want me to say?
I won't pay money for it, but I'll let somebody else
I'll
pay
buy
money
his,
for it.
I buy him popcorn. So
Call me
that's
a
the
drink.
case.
I
That's
still
what we're doing.
remember.
Oh yeah, I do owe you a drink.
There you go.
Wow, you hold on.
That's,
to that.
I mean,
but
that's what happened with Host. Remember, Host like, I'm not gonna spend money on watching Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm like, well,
Yeah,
I can't make it, but you can take my ticket. He's like, okay, I'll go
Okay,
see
yeah.
it.
Yeah, see,
That's different.
tomato,
Okay,
tomato.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have gone. He probably went because
Tomato,
I'm like, you
potato?
want to come with us as well. Like, he's like,
okay, yeah,
sure.
that's true. I don't think he would have just. If I would have just been like, hey, take my ticket, and I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah, he'd be like, nah.
So buy a couple of tickets.
I ain't buying any
At the very
crap.
last minute,
No.
let us know.
Write it
Yeah,
up.
like
Write it
that.
up as a
GVA, the podcast expense.
expense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Pull it from the
You don't
budget.
even get any money. What? My pocket is the budget. No,
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but how do you feel honestly about the movie? So you don't.
I will watch it.
You want to watch it?
Sure.
I want it.
I'm not optimistic.
That was so
I'm optimistic, but I'll watch.
I'm not
intended.
optimistic.
Was that pun intended? I'm not
optimistic
about.
That film might be more than meets the eye, though.
Oh,
Shut up.
Let's roll out.
Stop. No. I'm gonna start throwing things.
Please do. Okay. Anyway. Yeah.
Wait.
We'll see.
So you're gonna go see it?
Well,
Look at this.
He's just like, somebody has to say something, and then I'll do it.
Does anybody? I feel like nobody wants to spend money to go see this movie.
No. He'll spend the money to see it if someone wants to go. He's not going to just go and be like, he doesn't want to initiate. He wants somebody else to initiate. Then he'll
He
go.
initiates all the time, even movies we don't want to watch.
And guess what? We don't watch him.
Yeah, but I'm not saying, but he initiates it.
Yeah, but guess what? I don't watch him.
you went with me.
I didn't want to watch Haikyuu, and I didn't go.
I didn't go to Haikyuu.
He didn't go to it.
Or didn't you? Didn't
No,
you
his
go?
wife went like 3 times.
No, didn't.
She did.
But didn't you say that to go to like Paul's house that one day? Like, oh, they're gonna watch the Haikyuu movie or some.
No.
No,
it was a
no. His
basketball
wife
movie.
said. No, his
sports
wife
movie,
said
a
that
sports
he doesn't deserve to go watch the movie.
Oh yeah,
That was
'cause he never
different.
watched it. He never watched the series.
No, that's not true. He did watch some of it. He doesn't like it.
Finish it. Oh, that too.
I didn't finish it.
That too.
That's also
there you
true.
go. See,
Yeah, but he
didn't
doesn't
deserve
like it that much,
Yeah,
which
he
is
didn't deserve
fine.
it. Yeah, he
but
didn't
that's
deserve
why
it.
his wife said you don't deserve to go with me anyway.
Yeah, he didn't deserve it.
Sucks.
You don't care about what
I
it
even
sucks.
told her like third time, hey, can you take me? No, I'm going.
You do
Can
whatever.
you take me? Can you take me, Pete?
I don't know. Talking about sports though, I need to talk about. I need to get your thoughts on that.
Oh,
Talk about Segway. So a couple of weeks ago, the movie Slam. There's an anime movie for basketball that I also invited to, which is Slam Dunk. It's one of my favorite sports anime. It talks about basketball. I don't follow a lot of basketball. I'm not into basketball, but this story it's actually pretty good. It tells a story about this guy who decided to play basketball because he initially wanted to impress a girl. Next thing you know, he joins the basketball team and goes into his journey into becoming a basketball player because he actually loves it at the end. But
that's the original story.
But recently they released a new movie that came out in theaters last year, I believe. That it's actually directed and created by the guy who created the show. like the mangaka, the
Okay,
guy who wrote the story. He also directed this movie, which is a big deal because you actually don't get to have a lot of people do that. And it's actually one of my favorite movies of last year that a lot of people have not mentioned quite a bit. Not a lot of people have seen it, but I was really glad they actually came out on Netflix. And I had
Is it Netflix? I thought it was on Crunchyroll. Well, it doesn't matter.
Netflix. So I invited the Goose Man to join to watch a movie with us, and I wanted to hear your thoughts on that because you.
Yeah. So, I guess to put some context. So the way to make this,
something else to mention: this movie, this anime show was actually made in the 80s. So this movie is actually like
if you watch the original show, like you can tell it was made in the 80s. Like but the thing that they did something very different is they took the main character and they made it someone different. So the main character in the original series is this redhead dude, right? The one that's trying to impress a girl and joins the basketball team.
Sure.
This one they switch and they make the main protagonist. I think it's the point guard. I forget his name. But it's
always the point guard.
But it's him, and it's talking about his backstory and why he joined the team, and everything's from his point of view.
Okay.
And this whole movie is basically one game of basketball that they
just one game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing. In the movie, this is the thing. It's the way that it's structured is why it's only one game. They're in basically the championship game. I don't know if it was state or.
I don't
remember, but they're in a championship game. That's basically what it is. You don't really see much of their games leading up to it. You just kind of see his struggle, what happens with him, because he's had some traumatizing things happen to him that kind of led him down to how he plays basketball, why he plays basketball, and all that stuff. So it kind of does this thing where it doesn't start off in the basketball game, if I remember correctly. It starts off when he's like a child.
Yep.
And then some stuff happens, and then it kind of goes to him playing in the finals, and then it kind of does these flashbacks to different points in time during the game.
Okay.
So it does that all throughout the show, throughout the movie. If I understand correctly, Japan, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this exact storyline isn't in the manga. It is something new.
Correct.
I think the teams are the same. They're in the manga, I believe.
So the characters that you see in the
characters are the same, the teams are the same, but this game or this outcome is not in the manga, as far as I understand it.
Okay.
So, it is also done. I think it's done with 3D CGI.
Yep.
A lot of it. So I will say this is still. It's very hard for me to get into it. I will say that it did feel very fluid. Like I give Attack on Titan a lot of crap, especially with the fourth season, because a lot of the 3D just looks very stiff. If you ever watched, what was it called? Fireworks. That movie had a lot of CGI that looked just stiff and looked horrible. This one, it was very fluid. Even though I'm not a big fan of the art style, it was very fluid. It worked very, very well. I really liked the way they choreographed the basketball, the way that they were playing. Because I mean, I don't know much about basketball, but you could tell like, oh, they actually know their basketball stuff, and they're able to. They have the technology now to show more intricate things. Okay. So it was really cool.
Yeah.
I'm not a big basketball fan in my anime at all.
David.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But this one was entertaining. I will say, I think there's a drawback to this where the structure of it was you didn't get this character's motivation, everything right in the beginning. And this happens with a lot of other Japanese movies, like at least the anime movies like this, where you have this actual climactic scene or this event happening, and they do these flashbacks at random times.
You're probably wondering how I got into this mess.
Yeah, something like that. But it's like sometimes it's kind of random when they go back, and it tries to explain why he's in this position, why he's thinking this way. And then
why doing 3-pointers gives me anxiety.
Sure, yeah.
I guess you can say something like that. That's
yeah, but there's some stuff like that too. I mean, I know you're joking, but that's not that there's anxiety with 3, but there's
like his past.
But they're the way that they interact, you get a little snippet of it in like these flashbacks.
Flashbangs.
It was kind of like, oh, I want to see what the game happens, then flashback. I want to see what the game happens, flashback. It's like Naruto, but in a more condensed version, where it's like
they give you all the flashbacks in an hour and a half.
Yeah. Is this an hour and a half, 2 hours?
I think it was 2 hours and 20 minutes or something like that.
That's a long game.
Despite all of that,
But I gotta say, the flashback to me, it felt like very fluid. It was like, oh, why is it jumping? It actually kind of adds more context into what was happening in the present of the game.
Wow.
but see, I mean, in my opinion, it would have been better if they showed all of this and then got to the game at the end and just made that continuous. Like,
You like actual follow the narrative, like just do the flash.
yeah, or at least most of it.
Do most of the past, and then the game just play out the whole game.
Or most of the past. But again, this movie, I want to say this movie, it is a good introduction, but it's also like made for the fans who already know this story, because you get snippets of everyone's backstory or a little bit of context of why they're there and what this game means to them or basketball means to them, but you don't get enough. You get it for just one person. So if you really want to get to know it, I would say go watch or read Slam Dunk.
Yeah, I'll
to get a
definitely
better
recommend it.
perspective on these characters. So it's a good introduction, but it leaves you wanting more, which I like but also don't like, because in the movie I'm like, okay, I don't care about most of these characters that much, or what's happening, like this rivalry. I think it makes more sense, or it's you understand more if you knew this rivalry before and from the source material. But that's aside from all that, I think it was good. I mean, I would watch it again. I'd give it a solid 8.
Yeah, that's pretty good. As a standalone movie, because I watched it with my wife and she knew about Slam Dunk, but after this, she also went to movie theaters without me to watch the movie because she really liked it.
She really likes watching movies without his husband.
She's like, it's actually better with us.
It's actually better without.
Interesting enough, and this you might like this, MrMister. Some of the people that work in the animation for this movie are actually working on the new One Piece remake.
Oh, the One Piece?
Yeah, so my guess, and based on one of the pictures that I've seen from the One Piece,
It's gonna be a Slam Dunk One Piece crossover.
No, I do gotta say that they're gonna have the similar animation though. I feel like they're gonna have the same animation.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Oh, I gotta say, to me,
I've never seen it, so I can't say anything.
okay, I was gonna say one that the animation from the very first time, I saw it, like, this is weird, but it took me a bit to get into it, and now I really like this kind of style animation, and I wish they do like refine it a little bit more. It's not like your broken CGI stuff that you get to see. I think it's more like you mentioned.
It's more fluid.
It's more fluid, and I feel it's more cohesive. Like, of course, if you get to see like the background characters, they don't look properly defined. But then again, they're background characters. The main emphasis is what you're seeing in the very front, and that is basically what you get to see. But yeah, it's definitely a good movie. I definitely recommend people to actually watch it. Like, I think I mentioned this last year as well. I think that was one of my favorite movies of the year when we had our movie
I believe so, yeah.
So check it out.
What would you rate it out of 10?
I would probably say an 8.5.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I would want to give it a 9, honestly speaking. But I think I want to think this from a perspective of somebody who has not seen the movie, like somebody who
has their first experience with the.
Which is like me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I was really curious about his perspective, because I knew that he didn't know too much about it, but if he's willing to enjoy it, that tells me a lot. That is not only for the fans, but also for people that have never cared about this show at all. So yeah, give it a shot. If you want to read the Slam Dunk, it's also a really good story as well. The show is pretty, like you mentioned, 80s vibes, but it's also a pretty good story. Like, there is a lot of good sport manga out there, shows out there, so that's one of my favorites.
I think you'll enjoy it.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of basketball stuff. I'm like, I don't know what the heck that means.
You get to see the kicks. They have like their own individual kicks as well too.
I was like, it's basketball. They're not supposed
yeah,
to
right?
anybody.
They already got that wrong.
I'm like, this sounds terribly inaccurate, but I got you.
But yeah, check it out.
I mean, there's some stuff. I mean, and maybe you can appreciate some things. So I'm like, because I remember when I was watching, I'm like, I remember what Shark King told me, that you can't do that in the NBA, but I guess you can do it here. What I kept thinking.
High school
Well, it's high school.
I mean, it's high school basketball. No, but also there's a lot of different rules that don't fly in
Different rules
US.
apply in different leagues.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm curious if you have a chance, go and check it out
Sure.
from your perspectives as a basketball fan.
Yeah. I also wanted to know like the ending, because I don't know how it ends, but
You fell asleep?
not the movie. I know about the movie, the manga.
Oh, you talk about the manga or the anime?
The manga.
You want me to
Because like,
spoil it
well,
for you?
no, not spoiled. I mean, we talk about it later.
Okay.
about the ending of how the movie ends, and if that's in any way, if that's just original, or if there's any type of
semblance in the manga.
in the original, or does it even get to that point, or is it?
They don't even make it to the championship game in the manga.
The manga.
They don't mention this
That final part,
particular thing that you saw.
It's kind of like in the Dragon Ball Super manga where they're like, before Moro happened, there was a character named Broly that came, and then it shows a picture of Broly, and it's like, but we're not going to tell that story. And they move on.
But
no,
anyways,
Do they really do that?
In the manga, yeah.
Dang.
spoilers.
they say basically, yeah, there's the Broly, and you can watch the movie. Basically, what they say.
This Broly. If you want more information,
Watch the movie. Yeah, that's basically what it say.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's
here's a
segue
link to
this.
Crunchyroll.
How do you creatively segue this?
Well, we're talking about Japanese anime, so we actually have to talk about some unfortunate news.
Why is that?
I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday we got
It
this
was that
news.
crappy Tuesday, right? That everything
Yeah, and
happened.
then everything happened. Everything hit the freaking fan that day. So first one is, so there's a voice actress. Her name is Emi Shinohara. She is most of the people that are younger and who have watched the Japanese version of Naruto will know her as
older.
Kushina.
And the real people that
And
actually
the
know
older
her,
people will know her
Sailor
as
Moon.
Sailor Jupiter. She was 61 years
I don't understand
old.
this reference.
Sailor Moon?
Never watched Sailor Moon.
Yeah, you're breaking in this hard.
I'm sorry.
You know what's kind of sad is I was talking to my niece, and she wants to be Sailor Moon or Sailor Jupiter for Halloween.
She's a
and
cool
it,
one.
And it just kind of lined up that way. I was like, well, that's sad.
It is. Well, it's cool that she's watching Sailor Moon, but it's sad that
Wait, the
like-
original one?
I don't know, whichever her mom is making her watch.
What was the original?
But but it's just sad because it's like, oh, she likes this character, but the voice actress died.
so
Well, she's watching English. She doesn't care.
It doesn't matter. It's like just there's the correlation.
Anyways,
between the
go
two.
on.
So she was 61. We don't know exactly what she passed away from. All we know is that she was receiving treatment for a medical condition when she passed.
Treatment. I'm gonna say.
So why? So we don't. Yeah, but I mean,
I'm
I
gonna say-
doubt
I'm
they're
gonna say
gonna
this.
give us any information soon. I mean, I don't think
Not
so.
for a minute.
So that is
The first,
that's one of the
Bit of
first
sad
of
news.
many sad news.
on that particular day, also,
Particular day.
On that particular day as well, we also
segueing.
got news of James Earl Jones. So you might know him as Mufasa, the voice of Mufasa,
or
the voice of the one and only Lord Darth Vader.
Lord.
Lord Vader. He
Lord
was
Vader.
he was in The Sandlot.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I forget his name.
He was on The Big Bang Theory as
He's on
himself.
The Big Bang Theory as himself.
hilarious.
Wasn't he in Welcome to America too? Or
Yes.
Coming to America.
Coming to America.
America.
He was
Yes.
the
He's the dad.
king.
He was the king.
Yeah.
I mean, you name it. He's been in everything. He's been in
No,
He
Naruto.
counted. He did all the ABCs in Sesame Street.
yeah. What?
He's like, yeah. I'm like, how did
He was on in Sesame Street, and he did the ABCs
Okay.
Sure.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I did not know that either.
when he was 40. So that was a long time ago.
So he was 93.
Man was
He was born in
up there.
1931, I believe.
Dang.
Isn't that crazy?
You know what's even crazier? That his voice will still be remembered forever because Disney has permission to use his voice
Yep.
using AI.
They've been using it before already because I think
Yeah.
he stopped recording for Vader
I don't know.
a while ago.
But he granted permission for Disney to use his voice.
I think they used his voice for Kenobi. He didn't record any new lines, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong there, but I think. So that was just that sucked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next day after, the original voice actor for Splinter in the 80s, 90s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon passed away as well.
Mm-hmm.
He was 60 something as well.
What was his
He
name?
was young.
I can't remember. I lost my train.
You know what you have that could tell you?
You do too.
Sorry guys, we don't have computer.
Yeah, I know. We're too poor. We don't have
You're
the
too
budget.
poor. Whatever, you too poor.
Even the podcast budget did not provide
Peter
computers.
Peter Renade.
Only half of us are allowed to have computer.
Peter Renade passed away at the age of 89.
Yeah, so he passed away. I mean, this comes with. I think a few weeks ago we also had the voice actress of Misty, who from English dub that passed away as well. So this just It's been bad.
And some of these were young people. That's what sucks. Like some of them weren't like, I mean, they weren't young in that sense, but they weren't like 90. They were like 50s or 60s, and so it's really rough to like hear something like that. And these people have passed, you know.
Yeah, with James Earl Jones, like, I'm trying to think of, like, he's had so many iconic. I mean, obviously, like saying I am your father" was probably one of his best lines ever.
The Great Circle of Life.
Yeah.
The Great Circle of Life, the one that he talks with the
Simba.
Yeah, that's the one that I remember the most is because you've forgotten who you are and
There's no one,
and therefore have forgotten me. He's like, how could I ever forget you? And he's like, and Simba's like trying to get him to come back, and he says this line. Let me see if I can bring it up. Right here, I'm gonna turn it up so you guys can hear it. It's right here.
I'm not who I used to be.
Remember who you are. You are my son, and the one true king. Remember.
I love that. Is
It's a good line.
just such a great line
from
from
Lion King, right?
a fudge of live action. I know he did that, but yeah, I think that's one of my favorite lines that he's ever just talks with. Like, and so I told you, like, my dad loves to quote. Whenever he gives me a life lesson, he has to quote a freaking movie. Most of the time,
movies.
It's Rocky.
Hey, I don't blame him.
It's Rocky or Rambo.
It's mostly Rocky. And sometimes there's some odd movies. Like, I can't remember what other odd movie he's quoted before.
It's completely understandable.
But like, he once quoted to me once was this. I can't remember why, but he's like, what did Mufasa say?
King?
No, it's just the part that says, "Remember who you are my son." That was
okay.
that was the part, not the one True King part.
Okay, well that's sweet. That's more sweet, but it was like, oh dang.
Yeah, so that was that. So yeah, him as Mufasa has been great. Our friend Jose, like, his favorite movie is The Lion King, and he loved Mufasa as well. And the part where he passes, where he gets killed, like, it broke him.
Didn't he watch in Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I mean, still, like, it's.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's watched in English not tons of times with his kids.
Sure.
So yeah, and then
and to top it off, on that particular day, Dave, you have to say it. I know it's hard.
So on that particular day, then we got some weird random news where Dave Grohl, who, if you don't know who he is the lead singer of the Foo Fighters.
It's not a band that David likes.
Ex Nirvana drummer.
He posted an Instagram post saying that he wants to ask for forgiveness for his from his family. Like, why is he talking about?
He posted, "I want you to welcome my
welcome
daughter into this world, and this is from someone who's not my wife. I'm asking my wife for forgiveness. We are on our road to recovery, and someday she can trust me." And everyone's like, "Huh? Motherfucker cheated on his wife? Huh?" Like, it was just wild.
So here's the thing: like, he's known to be a very stand-up guy, very like
the nice guy.
Yeah,
he's the Keanu Reeves of rock and roll, but yeah,
I thought you hated Keanu Reeves.
No, I said I don't like him as an actor. I don't like him as an actor. I like him as a person.
Yeah, he did say that. I can vouch for that.
Sure.
Oh,
and so this just came out of nowhere. It's like, what the freak? And I was super upset at that. I was like, oh, come on, man! Like, you're supposed to be the good one. And I think MrMister had like even more details about it.
On Twitter, somebody on Twitter was looking at like the concert dates and like
trying to figure out who's
around December
to figure out like the dates
January.
of conception.
Yeah, they were like,
"Stop, man!"
What they were in Australia? No, he's like they were in Australia around that time, so he met somebody there. That's what they're trying to say. You know, it's a joke.
Just leave him alone, man.
I mean, he's already happy as it is. But then again, I think that find it kind of weird is that why did he need it to? I guess it makes sense.
Because he didn't want people to be like try to like blackmail him or hold it over him. Because I'm pretty sure that's probably what they were trying to do, or not. They were going to, but like maybe somebody was going to
the baby mama.
No, I was going to say maybe somebody was going to put two and two together because they were going to see him with a baby, and it's like, oh, this doesn't look like his wife. Because what if maybe the girl he slept with is a different skin color, and maybe the baby's a different skin color.
Wow, you have
I'm
to
saying
go
that's
there.
a thing. That's a thing. So people are like, why does he have a brown baby or a black baby? It's like, Oh, because
I'm
like,
offended.
You know what I mean? There's just but these
Why?
are realistic things.
I guess.
But yeah, I mean, I'm glad he admitted what is going on, but it's just like
It's
good guy
disappointing.
Dave Grohl is no longer good guy Dave Grohl. It's just Dave Grohl, and
Cheater.
that's what just makes it sound worse. It's just Dave Grohl.
It just sucks. I know we talked to Boricua Senpai about it. He's like, it's just they expected, like, and it kind of sucks. Like that is also kind of the true as well. Like being in that industry, like it's not something that's uncommon.
He could say no.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's literally what it is. As long as he didn't do what the effing guitarist from Led Zeppelin did and not have sex with a 15-year-old and took her on tour, then I'm okay with it.
Oh yeah, that one's crazy.
That is confirmed.
But I believe you. I'm just,
I was
that's
gonna
great.
say,
It's just like,
I'm not.
Yeah.
Show you receipts
I'm
is what
okay.
he's saying.
I mean, look. I mean, yeah, cheating is not good. But I mean, as long as it's not some underage chick and being a weirdo and doing crazy shit like that, then okay.
He's like, cheating's bad, but at least it's not.
it's on the lowest on the totem pole. When you in the rock and roll world, that's the lowest on the totem pole.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
I
I'm
didn't
pretty
know
sure a
there was
lot of them do
tiers.
that. Yeah.
In the
There's
rock and
tiers
roll
to this?
in the rock and roll totem pole, yeah, that's low, man.
I want to say there's more that you know what that have
There
that
is.
statutory type of
I
thing.
read the Nikki Sixx heroin diaries, and
Yeah.
those guys knew a lot of crazy shit. So it's like I said, it's that cheating is low on the totem pole. So it's sad to say.
Well, sad day. It just was a bad feed. I was like, come on, man.
Bad news after
Give me
bad news
something
after bad
good.
news after
He
bad
did
news.
come on. Well, I'm just kidding.
Well, I guess out of all this, and then we have the whole thing with
Who judges you?
yeah, and then we have the whole thing with what's her name, Emily Armstrong or Emily, yeah,
Emily Armstrong.
all the stuff that's going on with her and Mike Shinoda. He said some stupid stuff.
Oh,
What
no,
did he say?
What is the stupid stuff? I haven't.
So basically,
I
he's
didn't hear
talking
what
about
Mike said.
how
I heard about like Chester's son, and then
Chester's
her
son is
thing.
also very against this. He feels like this is like
Dishonoring his father's
dishonoring his
legacy.
father's legacy, which again he can have that opinion.
but then again, is that the guy who's also from the original members who is not? He doesn't want to be on the tour anymore because of this?
No, that's Brad.
Oh,
We don't know about all the reasons for that, but basically with Emily, it was the whole thing with him being with Scientology and him backing Danny Masterson. Her backing up Danny Masterson. In her apology, we talked about this. She doesn't mention the name or the trial, like exactly who this friend was that she backed. It would have been better apology if she did that, but
If she would have just
didn't.
stepped up to it and moved forward from there, it would have been a lot more.
but
It would
then
have been easier for her to
Yeah.
move forward.
But then Mike on Discord was talking about how, like, you know what, you can have your opinions on, you know, whether you like our music now or not. That's fine, right? But his thing was like, if you disrespect, I can't remember his exact words. If you disrespect the band, then you disrespect me, or something like that. Something like to make it very more personal. And people have been just not liking that. So this is not good publicity for them just starting their world tour, which from whatever
They've sold
their
out
world
on
tour.
their thing. So
I mean,
it
they're all
doesn't
sold
matter.
out.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, it is 6 shows. It's pretty hard to sell out 6
Yeah.
shows when you're that popular.
And I did watch part of it. I actually watched most of it. It's just not the same. I really hope they start just singing their new stuff, because Emily just again
I
you're not
think the
trying
thing
to
is-
I'm not trying to compare her to Chester, but because she tries to sound like Chester,
That's what I was trying to.
that's
get
when
at.
it's like
I think she's trying to find her voice to sing the Linkin
She's trying
Park
to find her
songs.
voice for
but
Linkin
you can tell she's trying to hit Chester's registry when she can't hit it, but she's trying. And it's like, I understand what you're doing, but don't be Chester. Be you, do how you do it and sing it, because it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be a lot better off if she does it that way. Because if she's trying to imitate them, that's what's going to be bad.
so in the words of Mufasa, remember who you are.
yeah, you're not Chester. She tried to do Giving Up. There's a part in Giving Up where
like 7 seconds and then she gave up.
and in Chester, I think he did it for 23 seconds. I think they said his scream was like super long, 23
He
seconds. Like
holds the record.
yeah, and she did it not even for half of that, and it didn't even sound as good as his. So again, it's really hard. I don't know how you're gonna feel in Chester's shoes. So I don't know.
think once she starts getting her feet, like once she starts, getting once she starts finding herself in the band and finding her voice and how to fit it with the band, not trying to, like I said, cover Chester's vocal range, I think that's when it'll be better.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it about a year before she gets comfortable and sings her way. I think right now it's just going to try to be like a Chester wannabe sound, which is fine. I went about it that way. Like right now she's just trying to fill in Chester's role. She's not trying to be herself as the new Linkin Park member. She's trying to fill in as Chester for right now. That's how I feel she's doing it. But she needs to just be herself and do what she needs to do, and that's it. Because she can do the raspy singing, she can do like pseudo screaming, but she's not Chester. But she should just do it the best that she knows how to do it, and I think that's where it's going to be more successful.
How dare just do what he's doing?
It's a Harry Potter.
And then
reference.
people were getting upset about like the whole Chester thing because like they replaced her. And it was like, but technically Chester was the replacement from the original singer of Linkin Park, so like your argument's kind of invalid. So it's like,
yeah, but most people don't like.
People don't know
care
that 'cause they're
about
not
that.
fans, so get the fuck
Just
out
like
of here.
the original drummer for Blink-182, like they're always going to associate Travis Barker.
Yeah,
as like the drummer.
But if the Travis were to leave the band and then they get a new drummer, it's not the same without the original drummer. It's like, yeah, the original drummer left like in 2000.
But that's the thing is they got big with that drummer. They got big with that, so that's why it makes
I
more
know,
sense.
but I'm just saying
It's a little different with like Red Hot Chili Peppers because they lost a lot of guitarists while they were actually big.
Yeah, but
Right, you know.
either way, but like, yeah, I think it's just going to take a while for her to find her voice, and when she does, I think it's going to be good. I think Mike saying what he said was kind of stupid. I think, in my honest opinion, because people like to hold celebrities and artists as like a royalty, they're like, oh, Chester's son said it, so I mean, we should kind of go for it. It's like, Chester's son has nothing to do with the fucking band. Only thing he has a connection to the band is his dad was a singer. Dad's not there anymore. Dad's gone. Sad to say, but his input means nothing. Just because he's royalty, because he's part of his dad was in the band, doesn't mean dick. So it's like, sorry that you feel this way, but your input means nothing. It means nothing. But people are going to complain about, even his son says he doesn't like it, so we're going to go with that. Like, fuck off, dude. Your
Know what
son-
other people sound like you.
So
I don't think they sound like that. I might be wrong,
So
but
they're pulling a Boruto on Linkin Park.
no.
They're pulling us something. I
Boruto
don't
pulled
know.
a Boruto on themselves.
What? They beat themselves up with
It's
shadow
Inception.
clones.
And then
Beat himself up
what
with
was
his
the
own
last
shadow
thing about it? I think too. I think I said this last time. No, it wasn't last time. I think people care way too much about nostalgia,
Yeah.
so they have a hard time.
That's why I buy
accepting
stuff,
her.
man.
See, that's what
They have a hard time accepting her, but it's like, bro, they want to write new stuff. A majority of the band, 90% of the band, or not
50% of the band because half of them are gone. Well, are not touring.
one of them isn't
Is-
touring.
one
The
of them
drummer is
Is
technically
officially out, and then
then
Chester's gone.
He's dead. That's different.
Yeah, so
But-
50% of Linkin Park right now is touring.
Yeah, but what was I going with it before you interrupted me? But
nostalgia. It's bad.
Nostalgia.
yeah, people need to just kind of just not hold on to it. They need to just move
I do.
forward. Yeah, I for my opinion, I think you got to move forward because nostalgia can be good, but if it's like
If you pull it too much, it's reviving a dead meat.
yeah, it kind of stop. That's it. That's my thing. Maybe it sounds rude, but it's just like
So you're basically are agreeing with me. Things like once it's done, it needs to be done.
Some things need to be. Some new things needs to come out. Sometimes nostalgia is a good thing. Obviously, like the Sonic games or Sonic Generation, that's nostalgia because we're playing old games, but in a prettier light. Or some movies that come out, and then there's some that don't need to be brought back. Like, nostalgic movies. Like the Disney remakes that are live action are ass and a half.
But they need to do it so they can retain the license.
You know what they could do? Just make a little show on Disney Plus and not waste a lot of fucking money.
The Disneyverse.
They do waste a lot of money on Disney Plus.
Yeah, but it's a lot less than the theaters.
No, I don't think so. I think the Acolyte spent like almost 20 million an episode.
That's what's her dumbass there doing that shit.
Yeah,
That's
but I'm just saying that's a lot of money.
But Disney itself is different. That's Disney, Star Wars. I'm talking about Disney.
Disney.
And
Not
it's-
Disney.
on top of that,
From
no,
Disney
Disney
Star Wars.
Lucas.
No, not that Disney. Disney.
Disney.
Yeah.
Huh.
So again, and if you don't want to listen to new Linkin Park, that's fine. You have 9 albums that you have with Chester. So,
And you know what's funny?
Let me live my
People were being upset about that. It's like, oh, it doesn't like. There was a meme I saw where they were like, when Linkin Park released Mints to Midnight, oh, it doesn't sound like the old Linkin Park. I kind of like the old Linkin Park. And then when they released 1,000 Suns, I was like, I don't like this one. I like the old Linkin Park. And then when they released Echoes, or what was it?
Living Things.
Living Things. I don't like this. I like the old Linkin Park. And then now this new one, I don't like this. I like the old Linkin Park. It's like, motherfucker, you didn't like any of the shit that you just liked Hybrid Theory and Meteora. It's like
That was
you
a
could-
good year for them, though.
Those were good
Those
years.
couple of years, that little gap.
That
like,
was
that's pretty successful.
That was their solid. Like that was when you could see that they were going to be something huge. I think, but like it's just funny because it's like,
It happens with everything, though.
yeah, but people are just
Well, the same
weird that way.
See, the same thing happened when the new Star Wars trilogy. No, not the one. The Phantom Menace trilogy. Everybody were hating on all of that. And
No. People were excited for it coming out.
Yes, but
they
once
weren't
it came out-
upset when the
once it
first
came out-
movie came out. It was bad, and they had every right to be upset about it. The second movie
they had
came
the
out.
lightsaber with the 2 sides.
That's what was hyping it up. But then when you saw the movie, and half of it was politics, which
Yeah.
Star Wars was politics.
But it's very important.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the Trade Federation, Diego.
I know. For what I'm just saying. 2 was okay because you get to see some stuff and here there. The clone-
Stuff you get to see stuff. Yeah,
stuff and
And the third one was the most redeeming one because it's how everything began.
Isn't it considered the best?
Yeah.
Like of all Star Wars movies?
No. I think out of that trilogy, that's the best.
Empire Strikes Back is by far the best one.
Of
I
the
personally
ori-
like Return of the Jedi more, but for most people, it's Empire Strikes Back. Out of all 6,
But
it's the
here's the
best.
thing, though.
You mean 9?
9, yeah. I'm
When
sorry.
that
Those 3 we don't talk about.
The second trilogy, 1, 2, and 3 came out, initially people were not like, this is not my original Star Wars. But now they're okay
I
with
don't
it.
think they say that's
But
my
no,
original
no.
Star Wars. I think they're
That's not
saying
my
this-
Star Wars.
That's not my
I think-
Anakin.
Those were my Star Wars.
Because that those term of phrases came about later. I think what people are saying about the prequel trilogy were like, this isn't as good as the original one.
That was their
This
thing. Is they
better
didn't
than
like
my
the
original.
they said it wasn't as good as the original. That is true. They've said that.
But then,
But what cemented the love for the prequels was Disney's trilogy.
When you see something worse than what you didn't like, you're like you're like, you know what? This wasn't that
The
bad.
Percy Jackson Disney Plus series. I was like, this is so good because the movie's so
Because
bad.
like, what if the Percy Jackson series was bad, and then you went and rewatched the old movie?
You know what? The movie's not that bad.
The movies weren't that
Yeah.
bad. That's what could have happened. If
Exactly.
people would have been that way.
so the way that I see
It's
it,
true.
give it a couple of years until
They're not
let's
gonna
say-
do a new trilogy
No,
because they fucked it up
let's
too
say
much.
10 years. I'm talking going back to Linkin Park. Give
Yeah, I
it
was
10
gonna say,
years.
is that what we talked about?
Yeah, I was
recently?
talking about Linkin Park. Let them release another thing, have a new singer or whatever, and then in comparison, what's currently
then they're just going to all turn into Thanos. Perhaps I was too harsh.
They're gonna bitch about it. Be like, you know what? Emily Armstrong wasn't that bad. I missed the old Linkin Park. Which,
people gonna complain about everything, especially
bitches.
like nowadays. Everything is a normal thing.
I don't like how you're
can't wait-
complaining that everyone complains. Just let people complain.
No, honestly speaking,
Is this Inception? What the heck is
no,
going
this-
on here?
This is when they happen. You know, Harry Potter.
Complainception.
Harry Potter, the HBO show is coming
oh,
out.
that's gonna be butchered
They're,
alive. Just
they're casting people already at the moment, and I know
I can
that
neither confirm nor deny that
Right.
I'm in this movie.
we need to make sure.
Oh, you're not English, so
But
You're not
you don't know
British.
that. He doesn't have
No,
a,
he's
he doesn't
not.
have race.
I could have an acting coach. Sure.
can we hear your British accent?
No, I can neither confirm nor
But
Hello, governor.
I still feel like no matter what happens,
playing Hagrid.
as soon as they announce the cast, there's going to be a lot of hate.
oh, dude.
For sure.
And I'll
and
tell
I
you this.
feel
much.
really bad for the kids.
If they and this is because people are going to be racist about it. If they make Hermione black, people are going to throw a fit. I don't care enough that Hermione's black, as long as
That's why they won't let me be in the movie because
you're not brown
I
enough.
wasn't black.
The only one that will be stupid if they don't do it right is if they do like, you know how Disney, even though Harry Potter's not owned by Disney, but you know how like Disney was doing swapping gingers with black people.
When?
What the?
They were.
I'm
There was
no
a-
racist.
somebody-
I'm no racist.
Wait,
but-
for what?
for like, any character roles. They were
When?
swapping people who were gingers. For
Like, give me an
Mary
example.
Jane, MJ.
Oh, for Zendaya, okay.
I gotta find the picture. I gotta find
Okay,
the main
that's
picture.
Okay, but there's another. Okay, one. Where's the other one?
Hold on, let me find the thing.
That's the only one.
No. Redhead characters. Race swap. There
Was
it is.
T'Challa ginger at one point?
No, apparently it's a. So it's okay. So
I'm just trying to put these together.
Eradicated head with
Was Killmonger ginger? I don't know.
the Shocker, Electroshocker, what was his name? That Jamie Foxx played
But he wasn't a ginger.
Electro?
Electro's not a ginger.
in the comics. He was. It shows here.
He's a white dude.
Batgirl.
dude.
That
Batgirl
was
was a
Sunny.
red hair, but now
That's
that's
WB.
different.
Yeah.
Kid Flash from the
WB.
WB.
That's not the MCU. That's not Disney.
Characters.
not
I'm saying
Disney.
characters.
I thought you were talking about Disney.
Yeah. You see
April
Disney.
O'Neil.
When she,
That's not Disney.
That's not
yeah,
Disney
I was like,
either.
I'm talking
no,
about.
I was just
red
thinking. I
hairs.
was like, when is she black? When I
Yeah,
forgot the-
Ariel.
That's fine.
Okay, that's the first Disney one you told me.
What's his bucket from Batman?
Mary Jane.
Before he got too old and his hair turned white. Commissioner Gordon. The lady from the 101 Dalmatians, the lady who marries the guy.
Is she black?
She's black. I guess in live action they chose her as black.
Okay.
101 Dalmatian?
It's maybe a TV show. I don't know. I never
Oh
heard.
wait, that was the one with the. Oh no, that was Cruella with the.
Yeah, here's the
Stone.
Oh,
pictures.
Cruella, the movie. Okay.
Is she Cruella black now?
No,
No, that
'cause
was
Emma
with
Stone
Emma
was
Stone.
Cruella.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name from Thor?
Who?
Heimdall.
Heimdall?
Red hair.
Okay, that's 4.
I don't know who that is.
Hey, that helped. I was looking at that.
The Martian chick.
From WB.
They made Daphne
Mary
black?
Jane,
What is that?
Where's that?
Daphne from Scooby Doo.
Why is she black? Wait.
Starfire from Starfire is fine because Starfire is an alien, so it could be whatever color it want to be. I don't know
Okay,
who
people
this
from
person
other
is.
planets are different colors.
That's fine. I don't give enough of a dick about that. And then Ariel don't care either. There's the Batgirl. Why did they Batgirl twice? Look. Oh, the Lego one. But yeah.
I don't like that my lips are
So you're telling me they're taking away the ginger rolls?
Yeah.
You mean there's
Coming
going to
to
be...
my country. Taking over.
I was going to say something else, but I'm not going to say. I'll say it after. Off
So
air.
it's the gingers that are losing their jobs.
Yeah, okay.
I'm the
Okay.
dwarfs because of the Snow White film.
They're black.
No, they're digital. They're not real.
There's CGI?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, but that's because the original dwarves are I forget what they're called what they were originally going to be called in the live action is that they
Starts with an M, ends with a T.
Wow.
He's like trying to process it.
no, they were all different colors and different races and genders. That's what they weren't called the dwarves. They're called something else. I can't remember
Dwarves
what.
is gender neutral.
But they weren't called dwarves because they weren't dwarves.
Dwarves is not a gender.
I don't know what he's trying to say.
That's not what I'm saying. Oh my god!
I'm confused.
Deadpool's
Anyways.
are.
Just shut up.
No,
Okay?
you're the one who made it confusing.
No, because anyway,
How we were talking about this? I'm so lost.
they didn't make it. They didn't make them. And then when they got a lot of heat and backlash for not having actual dwarves or dwarves in Snow White, they turned them all to CGI, which is why they all look CGI, and they don't have actual dwarves
They
playing
look
them.
CGI because they are CGI.
Yeah,
Yeah. See, there you go. I don't know why they make it confusing.
you made it confusing.
No, you said dwarves
You
because
said
they're different.
DC.
they're
You said
different races
Disney.
and
you said
genders.
Disney had
Like,
gingers.
Dwarves don't matter. Dwarves
You said Disney had ginger.
Dwarves are gender neutral.
You said
and race neutral.
Disney was taking away ginger rolls
Or
and giving them to
mermaids.
black people, and
Or
you started
mermaids.
naming DC and other
I
stuff.
got 2.
Yeah, who'd you get? You had
MJ and then what's her bucket? Ariel.
But yeah, mermaids are gender neutral.
Mermaid? No, Ariel's a female. Because remember,
How do you know?
How do you?
because she made the
No, but the race doesn't matter. They're
That's true,
They're
but I'm
freaking
saying- I'm
mermaids.
They're
She
race
could- she
neutral,
could be
that's
black.
different.
They're race neutral.
race
Yeah,
neutral.
Not gender neutral.
They're neutral too.
race neutral. I don't
He
know.
understood what he was saying. I'm just trying to speak his language.
That's
Diego was like, yeah,
that's
you're right.
mistake number one.
Yeah, he got it. He understood. See, there you go. I don't know what you're getting upset for.
I'm still trying to remember how did we deviate from the topic.
Oh, I was saying about the Harry Potter thing. People,
Oh, that's right.
people were going to get upset about it because they're going to change it. I was like, as long as Ron is a redhead, then we're good.
No, my
don't
thing
care.
is this:
Whoever's Harry is probably going to get
with Harry
People
Potter,
are going to be pissed off.
with Harry Potter. Here's the thing that I don't want them to do is, you know how J.K.
Harry
Rowling
black?
made
Tom Holland's gonna play Harry Potter.
That's 30.
You can bring
Now what?
That motherfucker's 30.
Oh my god! I need to bleep out stuff.
what if he, Tom Holland plays what's his name?
Hagrid?
James.
James,
Potter.
Oh, you
Oh,
spoiled
He
it.
plays his dad.
sure.
He doesn't look
He only
that
gets
old.
like the one scene and then he'll come back in flashbacks.
you go.
Oh, he could be, what's his bucket? Sirius Black.
Well, that's the role I'm going to play.
My name is Sirius Black.
First of all, that's Irish. Anyway,
He could be Irish.
he's not. That's the whole point. The thing is, like, you know how J.K. Rowling confirmed that, or I don't just say confirmed, but said that Dumbledore was gay. I hope that they don't show like a lot of that
You don't
in
want
the
to see
new
his
series.
gayness?
You know who?
Well, there's the whole thing. Is like he never showed it.
Let's go. To
That was
your
never. I was
classes.
never a storyline ever. Again, if he's that's fine. But I don't want to make
Really
it like
fine.
make it apparent. Like if they make it
Sorry,
like so
Harry.
apparent.
I had my boyfriend.
Yeah, if he
I had
talks
my
like that, I'd be like, dude, stop
They're
it.
probably gonna put stuff in the background to make him.
Oh yeah, they'll probably be like, here's a picture of him and what's the
Grindelwald?
Yeah, they're holding hands and their eyes are like. Remember that?
What?
Remember that scene? Remember that scene in the Grindelwald thing where they're holding hands? Remember? Remember in the thing they're holding hands in the scene? Because I was like, what the fuck is going on in this movie? Remember?
I don't know what movie you
No, I don't know what you're
In the-
talking
in
about.
the- in the
Diego, I think you downloaded.
no, in the I was with you. We were watching not Fantastic Beasts. What's the sequel one called?
The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Yeah, when they're talking about when
I've never
he's
seen
holding
those.
their
Are
hands.
those any good?
Where's your-
Are they holding hands? I don't
Yeah, he's
remember.
holding hands. They're doing like this, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?
They were
This is
able to
weird."
wrap it up with what they got.
It sucked. Don't ever watch
A
it.
was
5-movie series. They
Thank
only wrapped it in
God.
3 so far. I
Oh,
think the
there's
last
3?
one was actually.
I didn't know there was a third film.
decent.
It was
think
okay
it
at
was
best.
I don't know. There was a third
I think
film.
I like the first one. I think the first one was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Second one is when they trying to like do a lot of things just to please the fans and something consistent.
There was a crime to Grindelwald that he didn't do anything. There was no crime to even talk about.
He's just that good. That's why.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is, I'm glad the whole point is, you know what? We wanted the whole fight between Dumbledore and Grindelwald. We don't want to have this side story or the main story be about Newt
Want the
Scamander.
politics
I don't
behind
give
why
a
they're
crap
fighting,
about him.
right?
And he's like, he barely speaks. He's like, he talks like this.
My name is Newt Scamander.
Well, he has autism.
Oh,
I don't care. I'll treat him the same way I treat any bad actor or bad characters.
Who's
I don't
actor?
want him.
Who's the actor?
But you have your brother.
No, who's the actor?
He's barely.
I want to know who the actor was.
It doesn't matter.
It could have been Diego.
Diego couldn't act that well.
Dumbledore,
Anyway,
hold
Diego-
my hand.
Diego just played Dumbledore.
Harry,
okay. Well, we're done here. This is gonna gone on far
see this
enough.
picture
I was gonna
of,
say two
of
things.
me with my
Okay,
boyfriend.
quick thing.
He's
Japorian,
getting back
please.
Shots.
I was gonna put a little. I don't know how to transition this. I'll segue this. Well, I guess we're talking about nostalgia, right?
Get out. Just get
So
out.
one of the nostalgia topics that we're actually going to bring it up is something really brief and something that I'm really excited, and I know Shark King is also excited as well.
I am
They
excited.
announced that
Oh, you're right.
that Yu-Gi-Oh is going to have a collection, like the early game collection. I don't remember what's it called.
Cards.
Yeah, so it's
No.
basically
Oh, it's game.
It's a game.
collection, like video game collection.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be on Steam and Nintendo Switch. And if you actually buy the physical game, you actually get a rare card as well, too. Kind of like the old days. when you-
Harpy's Feather Duster.
Yeah, yes.
Which is legit. one of the
Harpy's feather.
Completely
duster.
banned.
Huh?
Completely banned.
It was, but now it's back because
Yeah.
there's too many
They
cards
changed the
now that are
rules.
so good.
Pot of Greed.
It's still banned.
But still,
Monster Reborn.
No, that's unbanned.
It just.
Oh, is it?
became
Oh wait,
yeah,
no.
it just
Didn't they
became-
nerf it?
No, they just limit.
just
You can only
limit
have one.
one.
Oh, okay, you only have one. That's what it is.
but I was
The
going to
same
say,
thing with Harpy's Feather Duster, just because it literally destroys everything.
Harpy's feather duster.
so I think it's really cool. I'm excited for that because going back into nostalgia, I used to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh.
I've been saying
Yeah.
for I don't know how many times I've asked on this podcast and off the
I need to
podcast
build
for
a
somebody
deck.
to be able to duel with me. No,
I know,
no one
I
ever
haven't
wants to
done
duel.
that.
I'll be.
I mean, when I feel like I want to lose, yeah, I'll start playing.
I'll be straight with you. I am not good at card games, so I would fail.
You
I
should.
can't do it.
Because the first time you were talking smack.
I was playing with you.
No, that's the problem. Is you did it.
You did it. You unleashed
I was
the
like, I'm
beast,
ready. I'm like,
and
as soon
I'm
as-
ready.
I was like, as soon as I literally have a deck in on my game. I'm just like,
for
Diego.
Diego.
All mine is just dragons, and every time I summon a dragon, another dragon pops up.
No, but I got to say, like, this
Sound like Joey. I fixed it with every but my dragon I could find.
No, that reminds me, like,
Then I use my time wizard, and then my baby dragon will turn to thousand dragon.
anyways, nostalgia kicking in. I'm really excited for that.
And he's the third best duelist.
According to
Yeah, so it's
ring number 3,
Yugi, Seto, and then
Joey.
You're a third-rate duelist.
with a fourth-rate deck.
That's an insult and a half. It's wild.
It's Joey, and then it's Aster Phoenix, and then it's Jaden. But I'm pretty sure towards the end, Jaden gets ranked higher.
Yeah, because he has that thing where his eye goes green. Yeah. He has like a special thing.
It's true.
Yeah, see? I'm not talking out my ass. I've been more accurate to this podcast than I have the entirety of this series.
He does dual Yugi.
Does he lose?
Boy.
He pretty much lose. Yeah, I mean, they don't ever show
Pretty
the
much.
ending, but they don't ever show how it ends, but it's
Yugi boy.
pretty assumed that Jaden loses.
So final thing.
Turtles.
Oh, you do? Okay.
So final thing is Lark and Ciel. They came out with.
That's right. They announced a new song for an anime for Beyblade.
Oh, okay. I don't care anymore.
You mean Sayblade?
Beyblade.
Just Sayblade.
So this new opening is going to be on October 18th of this year,
Hope
which
it's
I'm
good.
really excited. No, yes, because it's been a while since we haven't heard from them in quite a bit. They've been doing a lot of solo work.
Yeah, Hyde released his
Album. Concert.
his first song today called Last Song. Yeah. Yeah, he released a song today, his first song called
My
Last
eyes
Song.
are hurting.
Anyways,
okay.
he's going on tour. But yes, I'm excited because after how many years has it been since the last single?
What was their
like
last
5?
single?
You can pull it up.
Bless? Not Bless. What was it
No,
called?
Bless wasn't their last single. It was. They came out
It
with
was
one
the
2 years ago or a
It
year.
was the one that had the Ready City Go
Sites.
rip off. It literally was Ready City Go.
I think it was like 2 years ago.
I think it's a little more than that, honestly speaking.
But anyway, what's it called? Something distance? No.
Something run away or something like that.
Yeah, they have a cover out for it that it was on their social
Looks
media.
cool. It's giving me hope.
I don't know. That last song was okay.
I'm trying to remember the name of the song that they released, but it's definitely been a while. So it's been a while that I actually remember.
I think at least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, but I'm excited because if they're releasing new singles, that means there's more singles coming, and if there's more singles coming, they're gonna announce an album. And if they announce an album,
They're gonna do that new thing that everybody does, where they're gonna have like 5 singles, and then in like 2 years, they're gonna give you an album of like 10.
They
songs.
did that.
They did that already.
They did that first. They did that first.
They did that with their album Butterflies. The stupidest thing.
I hate when people do that.
They had what 2 or 3 songs that were original, that were new.
That's my one trend I think needs to die with modern music.
like,
People
release
stop doing
singles
that.
and then an album.
Yeah, like you can't release an album after like multiple singles, and then most of your album is just re-releasing those singles again. Your whole album can't be mostly stuff that's already out.
Yeah. I mean, that's the pattern.
dumb.
That's most of the pattern.
But a lot of
stuff.
people do. I hate it.
That,
Because then there's like almost no point in getting excited for new albums. Because like, oh hey, 2 songs.
New music are in 2 songs. Yeah.
yeah. What's you able to figure out?
I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
And especially when it's worse, when it's like actually like 1.5
Google
songs.
it.
It's like, hey, it's a new song, and the like
And especially now when most songs are like 2 minutes, and that which is really bugging. Without maybe a conversation for another day, but
yeah, and it needs to,
most songs. This isn't just like Korean or Japanese songs. Like these are songs in the U.S. that are 2 minutes, 2:10, 2:15. I'm like,
bring back
stop
the
it.
22
Bring me back at least 3
minute
minutes
live.
and a half.
live version cuts.
well,
Yeah.
things are changing quite a bit. So
And it's stupid. I blame TikTok and all those little.
yeah, see, this is why I
things.
like
I
TikTok.
blame TikTok. I like TikTok sometimes.
I do like TikTok, but I blame them because A, for those 2 minute songs, and B, Diego and I watched this video of like the React kids or the React thing, and they didn't know a song that they liked until they got to like the core or the TikTok part of it, and that's the only reason they knew the song. They didn't know anything before or after, and I'm like, dude, come on! If you say you like this song, you should have at least listened to the entire thing.
Yeah, it was not good.
So back to what we will see.
So they had 2 singles they released, Mirai and Forever.
And that was in 2020.
I think Mirai was the Lark and Ciel,
2021, right?
the Ready City Go setting one. Huh? Yeah.
2021. So 3 years.
So I'm like,
And I guess they have 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, about 5 songs, 6 including this one.
So Everlasting, Wings Flap, Don't Be Afraid, Mirai and Forever. So 5 songs that aren't in an
and
album.
the new one that's coming out. So that'll be at least 6.
that'll be 6.
So I guess an album is
Ugh.
coming soon. So if they're gonna do an album, they might.
It's a
do
collection
6
of all of them.
this and 6 new songs, maybe.
So yeah, so what's crazy is the Butterfly album was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 singles, and it took 4 years for that album to come out. And I think it was 10 songs in that album, so more than that.
That's basically how it's done. Though.
That's the trend I don't like.
That's basically how it's done. That was the pattern on most of the songs.
But look at this, like Larkin Shell's.
Not on the previous album.
Larkin Shell's Kiss album.
Yeah,
Kiss had like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5
have a lot.
singles that came out, but they all came out within that year. The only one that came out earlier was Link. Link came out in 2006. But the rest of the singles came out in the same year as the album.
Arkin Ray didn't have half of their songs
back then they were like really more active. Now it's more dispersed because they haven't done a lot.
Well, you got to look at it with too how
they're doing solo work as well.
How the music industry's changed so much. It's not going to be the same way. They're going to have to do it.
I still hate it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. I'm just saying they're just trying to make the most money they can, and it's smart. It just sucks for us.
So. But hey, they're coming back. I'm excited for that. That's one of my favorite rock bands. So.
Yeah, we could have seen them, but somebody didn't want to go.
Screw you.
That's your fault. Yeah, a-hole.
Anyways, I was going to say something else. Oh, talk about music really quick. I had to bring this up. I know a lot of people don't care. I'm going to unplug really quick about this. But there's a big controversy happening right now in Korea.
Oh, yeah.
With a group called NewJeans. They're gone really popular in the States, primarily because of TikTok, once again, and some other social media.
That one.
Yeah, so basically what happens, to give a little preview of this.
I don't understand this reference.
The person in charge of...
Is it Hype?
That's a company.
That's the company's Hype,
There's
okay.
a subdivision. They had one of their presidents to be in charge. She was the one promoting basically everything, helping the team from the very ground up. She was getting kicked out of the company. Because some controversy with some tax evasion or some I don't know, it gets kind of complicated. But the point is, they were going to kick her out, and they were doing that for sure. And that was the plan. There was even a transition period, but the members of the company of NewJeans, they really like the former president, the person who helped them from the ground up. The person really cared for them and helped them nurture into what they became, which is the group NewJeans. So basically, a couple of days ago, they did a live chat telling people, hey, we want our old director back because we feel like we're being mistreated. And if you guys don't do this, we're going to give a period of 2 weeks. We're going to nullify our contract, which... One, it's a really painful experience because they're doing pretty good and they're becoming really famous globally. Two, leaving those contracts are really painful because they have exclusive contract, and if you were to breach that contract, you have to pay a fine.
Mm-hmm.
And their fines, they're really expensive. So if things don't go according to what they requested and they don't get their former or previous director, they might do that, which in a way it could definitely kill their career if things go that particular route, which sucks because this is K-pop is becoming bigger. People love it quite a bit and it's being recognized globally. About 50-50, right?
That was a weird one, like 50-50. I think everyone except for one member came back. So everyone left except for one member. So the new 50-50 is a completely new...
Except for one member, yeah.
Except for one member, and people are very divisive on that.
And still, the previous members of that particular group are still in legal battles just to get their money back. But there's a lot of fines. And
that was a whole other issue, though. That was a different situation.
But the thing about this is that it's very sad and problematic that this is happening with a group that's known globally. The members are pretty awesome, but if things don't go according to the plan... it basically can ruin their careers. And they can also be blacklisted in Korea and maybe even outside of Korea as well. So that's crazy. It's kind of weird, but yeah, the reality of logistics in Korea when it comes to contracts are very strict and very tough.
Which is why I hate K-pop, the industry. I hate it. I think it's stupid to know.
Listen to the music.
I hate K-pop industry. It needs to die. Yeah.
That's why I don't listen to it that much.
Nah, I enjoy it. I just don't like the logistic of how contracts are.
You listen to it way more than I do. I just listen to what I already have.
You talk about your brother? Yeah, he's in the...
You both.
He's a K-pop fan.
You
are.
You both.
I'm a Twice fan.
You both.
Although that new... You know what? We'll talk about Chewie.
See, he's a hater.
No. So no.
It's okay. It's okay.
It is the dumbest thing. I don't think she deserved anything of a solo work.
Wow, all the hate.
You tell me that she does. She
As a singer, yes.
No, as a singer, no, she didn't deserve it. As a dancer, as everything, nothing. You know she didn't.
No, I think I give respect for singing.
No, I don't give her no respect for that.
Anyways, what else we got on the podcast segue topic episode?
I think that's it.
That was it?
I think that was the final segue.
Oh, dang. I feel like there was something else.
No, there's nothing else right now.
Do you have anything on list? My camera might die on me.
Nope, I think that's it.
All right, guys.
All right, well,
Very
that was...
Okay, well, that was it,
This
guys.
is the segue episode.
This is a segue episode. This is where we finish.
Can you end the segue with like a picture of a segue?
Sure. I'll find it somewhere. Anyway.
Going up and maybe put our faces going down. Never mind.
You don't have to do that much work. That's fine. I'm
Oh
fine
my
with just a
gosh.
regular segue.
Anyway, so thanks so much for watching, guys. Remember, you can watch this first on YouTube, and then you can watch it 2 weeks later on our. And you can watch it 2 weeks later on all of our on your. Oh my gosh, I'm ruining today on the podcast platform. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you want to listen to, and you can follow us on our social medias to find the links for this. It's on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Chimina Podcast, capital C, capital N, capital P. Thanks so much, guys. We will see you next time. And remember to stay safe and always stay nerdy.
Classy. And
Classy.
also, really quick, we will be at FanX, hopefully.
Yes, we'll be at
Coming up in 2
FanX.
weeks.
I will be at FedEx, yes.
So, look for us there.
It's in a long time.
So anyway, thanks, guys, so much. We'll see you next time. This is David the Smash Fan.
Mister.
Japorian.
And Shark King.
The Chimina Podcast.